gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't get scared now. I'ma destroy you on a Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down. Cut the fix up with some Xbox babies, put the switch up. See me gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't get scared now. I'ma destroy you on a Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down.
Assassin.
Hello.
I'm unhappy this week. It's a bad week for me. And I couldn't be on the show last week when everything was cool and happy.
Yeah.
Damn you. Thank you, Buzz. Yeah, thank you, Buzz, for that. So, I'm so sorry about that, y'all. I knew to check and I still forgot. Okay. OBS turned it off again. Every time OBS turns it off.
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there last week, because Umbra did bring something back up.
Oh, did he talk about how much he wants to sniff the butt of the new Stellar Blade character?
Oh, hell no. She looks too young in the face.
No, but it does have something to do with ass. And waist.
Two-pack of ass.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here for that. That's right.
Yeah, he was
not. I got to rub it in their faces,
Danny.
I got to rub it in their faces about the Zesty walk. ZestyGate was reopened.
Right. You're still wrong about it,
yeah.
to be fair. You're still 100% wrong. I don't know what you're talking about.
How do you not see? How don't you see
There was
this?
a 30-minute gameplay, and the man is just walking. I was watching, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I can't believe how stupid Umbra is.
Listen, do I have to pull that back up again?
Yeah, pull it up. Play the music again. Pretend you're right, even though he's totally just walking like a human man.
See, now I was going to let it go, Zach, and now he is doubting me. So ZestyGate has been reopened.
It's not that I'm doubting you. It's that you're wrong. There's no doubt. You're just wrong.
You know, Danny, I thought the same thing too, but once I saw a comparison, I just couldn't deny it.
See, his eyes were opened.
He's still crazy for that, Danny. But
listen,
I think y'all just need to see more humans. You know what I mean?
Listen, we're about to expose this. Don't you even worry about it.
You're about to expose your wrongness for this. I can't believe we're about to talk about fucking potential studio closures and then also your worst take of all time.
We will find out in one moment. Let me find this right here.
No,
while I do that, let me reintroduce ourselves. Thank you all in the chat for being here with us on The Fix tonight. Of course, me hosting with co-host Daniel J. McGee.
Hello.
And our esteemed guest and buddy and friend and community great, Assassino.
Hola, two chats.
Indeed.
And hello to you two gentlemen.
Obviously.
Good to be here again.
Indeed. Welcome back. Welcome back. But obviously the discourse is heavy. Right after we had this great showcase, summer Now we're hearing about the layoffs. Now, to be fair, I heard about this, and many of us may have heard about this as early as, I believe, late last year, when they were saying that there's going to be more layoffs around July. I actually heard this way back. I kind of
It's not even about hearing about it, because they've done layoffs this time of year for the last 2 or 3 years.
That's true. Yeah.
So
it's become a pattern.
I mean,
yep, that is true. And unfortunately, right, obviously, none of us celebrates that. None of us take it lightly here.
No,
it's depressing, honestly.
End of the fiscal year, we got to make our numbers look good. It's fucking, it's bullshit, and unfortunately, everyone's doing it.
Yeah, it's true. It's not just Microsoft. I know people are, tend to focus heavily on Microsoft when it comes to that, but we are big Microsoft fans here, so it's one of the things we typically talk about, right? We are game fans, at least of the games itself, not Microsoft proper, but the games from Microsoft, Xbox. So it's just one of the things we have to discuss, and we have our own thoughts on it. There is no concrete information on things one way or another, but we'll get into that in a moment. And yeah, we have. I was saying that Danny has something specific he wants to get off his chest regarding a fairly well-known content creator, influencer, industry person that he definitely wants to get off his chest as well. And I brought up our brother Assassin on here too, because he has a very interesting perspective when it comes to Game Pass and things of that nature. And I think that can open up us for a good discussion in terms of what do we think are some solutions can happen that can be made or happen out of this reoccurring issue with terminations or whatever, right? So we will get into that more as well. But for now, let's do some housekeeping. Starting with our guest, Assassin. What have you been up to, my good brother? Watching, playing, etc.?
If I'm being honest, I've just been spending this past week watching tons of community reactions to all the games that were shown off this past week. So many great games announced, so many games coming up. That's one of the things that I love about this time of year. It's not just the game announcements, but it's also the community's reaction. People that we know about, some people that you guys may not know. But other than that, I've actually been replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm going for that Platinum Trophy. Revelation looks so good. It looks so good. I want to go back and finish Rebirth. That way I'm there completely 100% locked in for Revelation when it comes out next year. And I was actually watching some YouTube videos with my girlfriend on Elden Ring, because she was actually curious if there was a good mage build, because she's never beaten a From Software game, and she wants to. And she asked me, is there a good sorcerer or mage build? So we were looking up videos, and it got me to the point where I actually am jumping back into Elden Ring.
Oh, nice.
And I found this unique XP farm. I am now capable of jumping from level 15 to 75 if I want to right now, but I want to keep going. So once I'm done, all of those Elden Ring bosses, their asses are mine. Because I'm going to kill every single one of them, and I'm going to try and also platinum Elden Ring by the end of the year.
You said their ass.
So that's my main focus.
Their ass is yours, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Millennia.
Yo, buddy's mine.
Radon can keep his ass, because I don't need space aids.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
All right. Well, hey, I'm glad the missus wants to try to get into a or at least she set that goal to complete a From Software game. Elden Ring would be one of them. I think it's typically seen as an easier, relatively speaking at least, relatively easier journey compared to some of the Dark Souls games and such. So
yeah, she made a list of some of the buffs, some of the incantations, the spells. She's already decided to pick the astrologer class. So yeah, she's ready.
Yep. So that's cool, man. I was gonna say, if you were on PC, there are so many ways around the standard combat they have too and options. If I go back to playing it, which I might because I never did play the expansion. They have combat mods off Nexus that allows you to like completely change the combat stylings in the game, and it looks phenomenal. Like there is much more like robust. But yeah, but that's cool. And of course, moving on to my good brother Danny. Danny, what have you been up to, my man? What have you been watching and playing?
Ooh, watching not really anything of note, I guess. What I was doing right before we sat down for this was so I recently moved, and so in that process, a thing that I'm doing is sort of cataloging all of my things, like my collections of books and games and things like that. And the only thing I have left is my PS2 collection, which is by far my biggest collection, and it's gonna take a fucking minute. I just started it when I got back from work today. I'm over 40 games in, I think like 43, 44 games in, and I'm only at Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. So I got a fucking ways to go. It's gonna take for fucking ever. So that's been a real pain in my ass. And then probably the biggest, like, most relevant thing to this podcast that I did this week is I finished 007 First Light. Really good game. Like it a lot.
Oh man, it's great, right? I loved it.
I think it gets in its own way a couple of times. There's a couple of parts of the game where they throw these like really weird, obtuse roadblocks in the way, where you're like running through a facility and then you finish a fight. This happens twice for me. You finish like a long fight where you're running through a bunch of like multiple rooms, and then you're like, where the fuck do I go now? And it turns out that what you have to do is hack like one thing that's 1 pixel big on the other side of like a long ass corridor that you can barely see. And it's like, okay, you could have just come on, guys. I also think like the shooting doesn't feel particularly good, but other than those two things, I think the game is really good. The voice acting in it is great. I like the story of it for the most part. It's like maybe 1 or 2 things where I'm like, that could have been better, but for the most part, I think it's really good. I did see, and I was talking about this in the green room a little bit. I think one of the stupidest, the second stupidest take that I've heard today was about, it was the same like, I can't believe that they've made all the women ugly because woke or whatever, and I'm like, which fucking woman in this game do you not think
that was dumb. Yeah, because those ladies in there are beautiful.
Like every single one except maybe the lady who's like 95 is objectively hot. And also like look, man, some of the people just sit in a fucking lab and like talk to you over comms. Does it matter if they're hot?
Right.
There's other hot character. Like, what do you need? Like Moneypenny is the one that they're focusing on, probably because she's black.
More than likely.
And and it's like she's not even physically in most of the game.
She's not, yeah.
What do you fucking care?
It's not even her job to be in and like physically seen like that. Yeah.
Like what come on now.
Yeah, no, some of
there's
the
no
complaints
winning.
are just
There's no winning with these people. Yeah, they're saying the people in 007 aren't hot enough. They're saying there's a zesty walking fable.
Now that is
they're
true.
saying all of these bisexual lighting level takes lately. Just really stupid shit going on in the this isn't, I don't want to fuck this character enough department is just blowing me away. I think it's fucking crazy.
Listen,
does it upset you, Danny, how far we've fallen as a species?
It's no, we've seen this coming. I'm just prepared to stand atop the mountains while the rest of you drown in your own disgusting pits of filth and scum.
So nice of you.
Hey, wait a minute.
So nice of you to watch as we drown.
What am I supposed to do? Help you? You did this to yourself. And the only other thing I did this week is probably the best thing, which is I celebrated, because I don't know if everyone's heard. It didn't technically happen this week, but Chicago Pope got it done. He finally did a citywide exorcism and banished the Bears from Chicago. They are now the Hammond, Indiana Bears, the Hammy Bears.
Don't make me throw
the
up in my
sweaty ham
mouth.
Bears. So they're gone now. So, and you should be happy about it because now Chicago, objectively a better city.
Oh wow!
One of the worst teams in the NFL.
A pox on your Texans and your Cowboys.
I don't like either of those teams,
oh,
so that's
perfect.
fine.
Perfect.
That's, go ahead. I guess the Texans are okay. I guess.
And the Spurs too. Your Spurs lost too. Haha.
They did lose.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's okay because the Knicks won, and the Knicks deserved it, frankly.
Shout out to the Knicks. Yes. Shout out to the Knicks and Knicks fans.
Now the World Series is happening. Is it still called World Series? I don't watch soccer because it's the most boring sport that's ever been invented by man.
I don't watch it either, but it is the biggest sport in the world, man. It is crazy.
Yeah, well, the only reason that it's so big is because it's the worst thing left behind by British colonialism. Because like the actual worst thing that happened in colonialism is all of the things that England took from places, like people's lives and their culture and all that shit. But the worst thing that they left behind was this dog shit sport for losers. So
you're about to gain a whole bunch of more like haters.
So now all these people in these third-rate countries have to play soccer.
Oh shit!
Because they didn't get good football.
How do you? Yeah, now you hear him assassin. How does he say that? What's up, great brother? How do you hear me talk about the sassy walk, and he's like, "Oh, this is not the sassy or zesty walk thing again." Like that's so stupid. And then he goes on and calls these other countries third-rate countries. Did you not hear that?
Should have been playing soccer. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Pick up a good sport. Honestly, any other. I'd rather watch shit on the fucking Ocho. I'd rather watch fucking cornhole. I'd rather watch fucking darts.
Same side of the same damn Rubik's Cube, Umbra. That's what I think.
Wow. So since you all horrendous. Agree, I don't see the immorality in what you're saying. Wow.
Just such a rough sport to watch. It's incredibly boring. We watched me and a friend of mine. We watched the God, who the fuck even was it? I couldn't be bothered to remember it. But it was the one from yesterday. It was England and somebody. Mm-hmm. Whoever the fuck they played. Game goes on for like 2.5 hours. Felt like 4. And I think that there were a grand total of like 5 goals in the entire game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so we just watched dudes run for 2 hours. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
And they don't even have like a good camera angle on it. Like the camera's like pulled all the way up in the fucking lower Earth orbit, so you can't read the numbers on anybody's back. You don't know who's doing what.
Right.
Half the people on the field don't even touch the fucking ball. They're not doing anything. Like the only people who matter in the entire team is the striker and the goalie, and everyone else is just kind of like hanging out, collecting the paycheck. There's like 11 dudes on each team, and I think tops 3 of them on each team matter. It's crazy. It's truly crazy.
It's one of the more tiring sports it has to be, right? Like,
yeah, I bet.
I couldn't do that. Not all day like that, running around.
You're fucking running for 2.5 hours.
You need a lot of endurance.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of endurance and stamina. That's insane. Go!
I do respect that. But you know what? Just like run a marathon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the slander of these other countries aside from our woke bisexual lighting brother Daniel Jamie G.
The countries are fine. They just need better sport.
Okay, I see.
Get some football.
You know, that's funny because me and you are united in that particular front, where typically we are not aligned. I do agree that American football is better, personally.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
I personally do, but I don't hate soccer though. I think the most boring sport to watch has to be golf. Golf is just
golf. Sure,
I'll go to sleep if I sit there and watch that.
Golf is an old man's game. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
That's who that's for.
Yeah.
But whenever I watch soccer, I'm like, these are people. Like, these are actual athletes. Like they could be doing something with their lives, but instead we're here.
Indeed. We got us a bisexual light lover. Or an arcane realm in the chat. What's up, brother? He says he loves bisexual lighting in his video games and video games.
That right there, the arcane realm, that is my best friend.
I know.
He and I talk all the time.
So you both share in love and bisexual lighting is what you're telling me.
It's funny. You say that, and it's funny because his wife, the last time that I talked to him, he was on a phone call, and his wife had made a comment are you talking to your boyfriend again? And I overheard her say that, and I straight up asked, what did she just say? What are you talking? I did not sign up for this.
Listen, you hit her with one of these. Assassin.
What your ass say?
No, no. I know better. No, but this man, the Arcane Realm, he and I, like, we both have similar views, similar interests in the gaming industry. If I could, everyone please say a prayer for this man and for the team at Arcane Leon.
Oh, yeah.
My God. Because
Indeed.
if we're going to talk about studios possibly being shut down tonight, I've said this before, I don't like discussing studio closures or people being laid off either. Yep. I really do not like this discussion at all. But I think everyone who has played Arcane Studios' games past and people that are expected to play Blade, we know that that team is absolutely special in what they do. Their immersive sim ideology is something that I think is underrated in the gaming industry. So everyone, if you can, please say a prayer for Arcane Studios and all the teams possibly being affected.
Indeed.
Because, my God, if Arcane Studios goes, this man right here, he's going to walk up to Microsoft HQ and probably burn the whole damn thing down. He loves Arcane that much.
Assassin's
I don't blame him.
Assassin's exuberant speculation is not reflective of the fix. No,
hey, man, it's not me.
Fix LLC does not.
Right.
Does
it is sad.
Agree with the idea of arson.
Right. We do not encourage this.
I am not encouraging him to do this. However, that is how pissed off he will be.
I believe it. Shout out to Arcane in the chat. By the way, shout out to everybody here in the chat. I didn't get a chance to say hello to everyone yet. Spider, thanks for joining in, bro. I see you. First one in here immediately. You've been holding us down for a while. I appreciate you. My good brother Zach Riley, a.k.a. Buzz Killington. What's up, Buzz? Who's this? Junior Gale or Gale. How did we say that last time? It was Junior Gaye. That's it. Junior Gaye. That's it. Gaye, what's up? Silent Cypher. What's up, brother? Silent Cypher also donated a $2 generous $2 donation. Thank you, brother. He says, have a great show. Much thanks. Appreciate you. Shout out to Soil Tech in the chat, my good brother. Stilo Fax, salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming by. K Asante, what's up? Adidas 20, my Chicago brother. Salute to you. Talos Ray, what's up, brother? He says hello to all of us here and to the chat. BT Maverick, what's up, brother? So BT actually seasons his chicken. I tried to call him out and say he doesn't season his chicken. He said, "Don't you put that curse of Randall Thor on me." So I had to get reprimanded by BT over that. And BT,
it's somehow the most damning thing that Rand's ever said.
Indeed. And of course, Arcane Realm and my Black John, my fellow Ragoon brother. What's up with you? And Floodzilla in the house, Jersey. Hold on, how do I say it right? Jersey. What up, Flood? He said, yo, what up, man? Who else do we have here? And I thought I saw one more person. Okay, that was it. Yeah, so shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming through. So I want to introduce something really quick to, and one other person. Who was that? Skandra, what's up? He said, what's up, Umbra? Said I missed the show with my boy Biff on Crashed Out that night. Watched the replay, though. It was a good show. Thank you. And Gentle Stone, what's up? Biff didn't talk too much on that show, though. I don't know why. He was kind of quiet. Well, to be fair, Crusader can talk his ass off. So maybe he felt like, okay, let me let him talk. And I don't know. But, because Biff hit me up after the show. I thanked him again. He's like, hey, sorry I didn't talk too much. I'm like, shit, we talked enough for you, to be fair. So I understand. Mm-hmm. Don't feel bad. Yeah, I'll have him back on. Biff is a good dude. And I think he was preoccupied that night because usually he'll talk more. But it's whatever. No hard feelings. So I have to introduce this because shout out to my good brother Assassin who acknowledged the truth of ZestyGate.
Placated.
He did not placate. No, he did not placate. He did not placate me. He acknowledged the truth. He saw the truth.
You still think Stellar Blade has good gameplay?
Stellar Blade is excellent.
We all fucking know.
Stellar Blade is excellent.
I think the reality here is that you're spending too much time staring at asses. And I thought it was just lady asses. Turns out you're an ass connoisseur.
I'm an ass man. Listen.
Turns out
I'm an ass connoisseur.
There's no shame in that, Umbra, but at least be honest about it.
Listen.
He's got social anxiety. He can't look people in the eye. So he looks in the brown eye.
I'm like, please turn around and just start looking at the ass.
Wait, before you get into ZestyGate, Umbra, my Arcane is asking, what's the gameplay being shown?
Oh, this right here is Mortal Shell 2, Arcane. This is Mortal Shell 2, which I found, by the way, I'll go into that in 1 second about my thoughts on this and everything. Right now, I need to expose my good brother Danny here with Zesty Walkgate.
The literal only person that you've ever exposed on this is yourself.
See, Black John knows. I didn't want to walk with the Zesty Walk, John. Now, if that was what we were limited to, I would have just said, okay, I'll play as a female avatar. I'll play as a female character. That's it. Because I'm not having a masculine warrior / adventurer walk around like, hey, and talking about. So
you would rather be a woman. Yeah. You would rather be a woman than have an ass.
Listen, I don't want this playing as my anthem as I walk.
So you're not okay with guys shaking their ass, but you're okay with you being a lady and shaking your ass.
I would rather play as a woman shaking ass. Yes.
I just want to level set.
I would rather.
You're not okay. You don't want to be a guy shaking your ass, but you're okay with you being a lady shaking your ass.
I would rather play as the woman and have her in the ass shaking role than a male, masculine male.
So you keep switching it to play as a woman, but it's be a woman.
Listen, I'm LARPing one way or another. I'm just saying.
This bisexual lighting is getting to all of us.
Damn, this bisexual lighting.
Or at least to one of us.
Yeah, well, listen, you were with me on you in the boat with me on this one.
No, he's always been on some shit like that.
You're in the boat with me on this one, so
we're always fucking watching something. And he's like, I just don't understand why this woman has, why she's only an 8 out of 10.
Now, quickly, I will show you all this, and Danny, I want you to tune your phone or whatever you're looking at to the screen right now, and I'm going to replay it. I'm going to let it keep playing on a loop until you see it. Let me know when you're ready.
Which one am I supposed to be seeing the ass?
You'll see both at the same time. You'll see both.
Well, hit play because it's gonna be neither.
Now, chat, I want you all to be direct and honest. No jokes. Being dead honest. Tell me you all don't see a difference in the left. The left is pre-alpha maybe or whatever, or the pre-build, whatever. The last time they had shown it. And the right is the 30-minute excellent showcase they showed.
Oh, so you think they fixed it?
They definitely fixed it. Yes.
You're high on shit.
Listen.
I think the
let's
Bears
let
must
the
have
chat
left
decide.
Good fucking shit.
Let's let the chat decide. Okay.
City.
That's what we'll do. Chat, I want you all to watch and you all be honest and tell me they did not correct that walk and that it was not feminine before. Check now. Here we go. Do you not see it, Danny? Were you blinded
it's the
by
same
it?
Walk, son.
It is absolutely not the same walk. No, it's not.
It's literally the same walk. He's okay. The guy on the left is walking a little bit slower. Is that
no?
He's walking a little
not
bit
a little bit slower. It's a little bit sassier.
If anything, there's more sway in the ass on the right because the fucking fabric is moving more because he's moving faster. And the pants are tighter too. So what you're saying is you don't want his butt. You don't want the hips to move.
Listen.
You don't want the fabric to move. What you want is a man with super tight pants.
You all don't hear this, man. He is trying his best. This is the flail of somebody who knows that they're wrong.
The flail.
And he will not acknowledge it.
Fast forward the new one to the part where he's wearing a frilly feather hat, which is the part I thought you were going to bring up.
No.
He's dressed like a fancy
hat. No. See, this is a more direct comparison because these are the exact same fabric, same clothing. Everything is the same
and and the guy on the left is walking half the speed of the guy on the right.
Yes, and more zesty.
Otherwise, they're the same.
No, it's not the same.
They are literally the same,
not even close. Not even close. Mind you, even the arm sway, the arm sway is different. Look at the sway of the left arm.
Because the guy on the right's moving faster.
They're like, let me sashay down the street in Cheshire here, wherever they at. I forgot the name of this city. I'm gonna go slay a dragon today. Maybe. And then the right. And then the right is like, yes, hi, citizens.
no. If you want to talk about Zesty, fast forward to the part where he's wearing the frilly outfit and the hat. And I genuinely thought that's what you were going to bring up. Because the fashion is a little crazy.
I only have this right here because this is.
But no.
Let me give a credit to the person, Nick Tech, who put this together, by the way.
You think that this is different.
It's definitely. I don't think.
And
I know
this where
it.
you have solved the problem. So you've concocted an ass shake in your head.
Oh,
and
no.
Then in a second trailer where it's not there because it wasn't there in the first one, but it's slightly different.
I want to point out to everyone, this is what they call.
It doesn't help that some of the chat are actually seeing what Umbra's seeing.
Because they see the truth. The reason that the chat is seeing is because they open their eyes and see the truth. What Danny is doing, what my brother Danny is doing here is called grade A gaslighting. That's what that is. He's telling me my eyes are lying to me, and yours are as well, Assassin, and you know they're not.
I think they are.
You both see it. You both see it.
Yeah, the guy on the left is walking slower.
Oh no, it's not just slower.
No, man.
It's a sachet.
You got me. He's walking.
Oh, I got you.
He's walking at 2.5 miles an hour instead of 3 miles an hour.
If you slowed the guy down on the right, would he start swaying like that? Do you think? No.
If you walk 2.5 miles an hour, you're gay. That's what I found out today.
Wait.
3 miles an hour, or you're a beta. That's what I'm.
Hell, you better not slow down. You better not slow down, dude.
You better not slow down. If you slow down, the gay can catch you.
Don't you?
Wait, Danny, did you watch or listen to the show last week?
No, I was at work. I was getting.
If you had, you probably would have been prepared for this.
Yeah, I'm glad he was unprepared.
We pointed it out last week. Crusader was basically saying that Danny's avoiding this conversation.
Yes, and I made sure to bring it up regardless.
Well,
I wouldn't have avoided this conversation because I love Umbra making a goddamn fool of himself. That's my favorite thing.
The thing
That's
is,
my favorite thing.
The thing
usually
is
we
that
only get it. Usually we only get it through celebration of his sports teams, like when he was trying to tell me that Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. That's not true, and neither is this.
We should stop hating on my Chicago Bears. But anyway,
wait, you're gonna call 2.5 over here zesty, but you're not gonna call Caleb Williams zesty with his nail polish? That's usually what people get his ass for.
It's so funny you say that because I had such a not drawback, but I had such like pushback on saying I love the Madden cover, or Slow Mo was like that cover looks zesty, and he got his nail polish on. I'm like that looks dope.
I think that they put Caleb Williams on the cover of Madden because they knew the curse wouldn't affect him because he's already trash.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
He is not trash. Do I need to read his stats from last season?
Do it. He has the worst completion rating of any quarterback that started last season.
What's worse? Worse is relative because even if that's your argument, his stats were excellent.
The chances of people catching it are worse than any other starting quarterback in the league, including the Vikings guy who only played for 3 games and then got fired.
Check this out. This is Caleb Williams' stats in 2025. 3,942 passing yards, 27 touchdowns. 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He had a 90.1 quarterback rating. You're not telling me that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's not trash, my good man.
He got carried. He got absolutely
how he get carried to passing
Roma Dunze
almost 4,000 yards.
Ass, and you know it.
Stop it.
You know Roma Dunze is so good.
How can you get carried to passing almost 4,000 yards? That's not how that works. You have to do it.
Because someone's got to catch it.
Yes, and I mean he threw it properly.
On the other end has to be good, and that's why.
Wow.
Half of his all of his.
Y'all don't hear this.
You pull up his highlight reel.
Does no one hear this right here?
It's him running like a little bitch because first of all his line was trash, which is not his fault, but his line was really bad.
So check this out now, mind you.
Like
with him being
his defense was not helping it.
Well, listen, with him passing for nearly 4,000 yards. He was 7th.
With Roma Dunze catching
he was 7th in the league. That's 7th in the league right there.
What's his completion percentage?
His completion percentage. Let's see if I can. Let me look for that.
Because he's already passing more than most quarterbacks because they didn't have a running back who could run.
His completion.
So that's helping.
His completion percentage for the career is 60. For the last year regular season was 58.1.
Oof.
I mean, it's better. He delivers more than he doesn't, right? So he's 58%.
I mean, sure, it's 10%.
It's not the greatest, I'll give you that. But that's just
10% less than basically everyone else in the league.
Sure, but I think that dispels the thought of him giving it better receivers because they dropped the ball.
He also had.
You see what I mean?
Well, no, because Roma Dunze is actually genuinely really good. He's like, and I'll hate on Chicago all day.
Yeah, I noticed.
But Roma Dunze is real good. Like he's a very good player.
Yeah.
So I
Wow,
will not hear that he didn't have anyone to throw to.
I mean,
he did.
that's one person though. I'm talking about in general. There have been some passes he made that people should have caught that didn't catch, and that's definitely true. I saw that. I can pull that up, but
that's definitely true.
But my whole thing is that he's not a trash quarterback. That's all I was saying. Like his stats are pretty great.
No, he's not a trash quarterback.
Overall.
Like there's definitely high school quarterbacks that he would like whoop. You know what I mean? Like there's people in
high
like
school.
middle school and like
Wow.
leagues that he's
not even college, huh? Just high school.
No. Man.
Wow. So y'all don't hear this slander and gaslighting Danny This is what I'm telling you right now.
We brought back Phil Rivers.
I don't give a damn about bisexual lighting. I care about the damn gaslighting that's being done right here. He doesn't want to admit that this zesty walk is a true walk right here.
Gaslighting,
that's been corrected. And now he's tearing down Caleb Williams just because he wore nail polish on his fingernails. That's crazy.
What I'm hearing is that if guy on the left, if 2.5 over here was wearing a Chicago Bears jersey, you'd be like, and I love his shaky ass.
Yo, Umbra, you should probably read Arcane's.
Let me read some of the chat. Now, what I would do is still acknowledge, hey, I appreciate that it's Chicago, but it is a very zesty walk that person is doing on the left.
Right, except it's not.
Yeah, listen, we all know it. We all know it.
I literally don't think that you have watched people.
What's funny is the chat is all on my side. That's the funniest part.
Half the people in the chat are your personal friends.
No, it's not the case. Not everybody's my personal friend.
Come on.
What's up, Sith? What's up, brother? Listen. Flood said, "What detailed
this jury
observation?"
I stacked agrees with me. As you can see, my mother, brother, and sister have all said.
And see, look, AJH see it too. He said those hips are moving on the left. Everybody sees it except Danny. Y'all see this? Oh everyone sees this except Danny. Look, we even got some rainbows in the chat. Thank you, Black John. They know it. It's all in the hips. That's right, Gentle Stone. You're right.
You've created a very bisexual life.
Yeah.
You've really insulated yourself from the ability to see people walk. It must be, honestly, it's probably because people don't walk in Chicago because it's too fucking cold.
Nerds. Let me ask you, nerds.
Unless they're wrapped in so many layers, you can't see nothing.
Listen,
it's like Soviet Russia. You don't know what your date looks like till you get home.
Arcane, thank you, my brother. He's being real about it. Danny needs his eyes checked 100%. If you can't see that, if you cannot see that, I'm telling you, something is. And look, see, Soil Tech said it too. Dude on the left got a pep in his zesty step. 100%. No, you gotta see that.
He literally. What are you talking about?
How do you not see this?
It's a man walking and another man walking.
This man cannot admit to being wrong.
I don't understand. Like, literally.
Wow.
Is the problem that the pants are too tight?
Wow.
Is that the situation? Is you're seeing that, like...
They both have the same pants on.
Actually, I think they're tighter on the right, to be completely honest.
And he's still walking like a man. That's the funniest part.
They're walking the same at different speeds.
No, they're not. The one on the left is walking at a slower speed, but also zesty.
Bring in a playground developer to tell you that
I will tell them directly to their face. I wish that they would. I would love for a playground developer.
Bring on Ralph Fulton
himself. You know what, Danny? I'm taking it as a challenge. I am going to reach out. I am going to reach out to a playground developer. It might be way later after the game releases, maybe. But I'm going to get them.
Did you make the walk less zesty?
Yes. I'm going to be like, so.
Thank you for fixing the biggest problem with your huge game.
I'm not going to tell them that. It's all in the phrasing. I'm going to say, listen, there was much consternation about the walk. Was this patched and corrected after the fact? And I guarantee they'll side with us.
Much consternation, my fucking ass. There's 3 people on Twitter who've never seen a woman in their life who were like, I think the ball's moving too much.
Listen, there has been much debate about this, believe it or not. You haven't been on Twitter like that to see it. Yes, there has. I'm telling you.
Okay, for you, yes, because you bring it up. And
see, thank you, AJ. He sees it. They did tell me, listen, I got called everything but a child of God when I posted the truth. It's true. Yes, I did. Yeah. When I posted the truth, they were mad at me. You know what else happened one time? I told the fellas about this on the Discord. One time I posted about the MJ situation. And I said, why did they... I don't like how they emasculated Peter in Spider-Man 2. I'm like, why are they doing this to my boy?
That was... Okay, that was a crazy take, too.
Oh, so you saw that, right? Now, I posted this...
That was a bad take also.
For me?
Yeah.
You didn't think he was emasculated in Spider-Man 2?
No.
What?
The only other character who did more than him was Miles.
Miles
gonna be the
did.
main
I
character of
think
3.
Miles did too much, in my opinion. Actually, I was like, Peter wasn't necessary.
That's true. That's true. Because Miles is going to be the main character of 3.
That's the problem, right? Like, I think if you got a Spider-Man, you can't throw Peter away like that. Anyway, my point of it is I made the post saying that I felt like they were emasculating Peter.
Though.
Not just that. I'm saying like
I don't think you're emasculated by retiring.
No, not that. I mean? I'm saying that he was emasculated by MJ, right? Where she was talking down to him, and he's like, "I'm sorry, you're right." It was very clear they were trying to frame it as if Peter was selfish and wrong. He was not. But they made it seem like he was a terrible person and boyfriend.
But I definitely didn't pick
You don't remember that?
You're saying.
Well,
I don't remember whatever scene you're talking about. I haven't played that game in years, to be fair.
Yeah, and mind you, so he's doing all this, and he's having trouble with these symbiotes. And thank you. Flood points it out, too. Peter never one-shot a symbiote. MJ did. MJ was made to be right. I know, right? So, if she would she would have taken him out too if she needed to. Apparently, the way she was moving, she was moving like Metal Gear Solid as Snake up in there, and so she's taking him out like that. And I have so much complaints about Spider-Man 2. I still love the game, but if I start getting in, it'll take all day. But regardless, I posted that. You know, somebody told me they like, yeah, shut up, cisgender white man. I'm like, what?
Well, 2 of the 3. Hey,
I'm just telling you, people do not like being confronted with the truth. I'm just telling you, people don't like being confronted with the truth. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm pointing out.
All right, no,
But anywho, we can move past this. I was correct. I'm glad you can acknowledge that. You know, so
as you can see. Playground's got the best ass. I was right the whole time.
Yeah, listen, folks.
Oh my God, no!
Don't let Danny gaslight you. The hips don't lie.
We won Assgate. Sure, I had to give him $300 billion and the Strait of Hormuz, but we won the ass.
Listen, right? And if you notice, the pelvic movement on the left were open just like the Strait of Hormuz.
Now me, obviously, the most hetero man you've ever seen is why I'm constantly shitting my pants.
Many people say
that I smell like actual shit.
Umbra, I've just been watching like the stream itself. The way it transitioned, it made it seem like the guy that you're playing Immortal Shell was just at the campfire and all he was thinking about was a hat.
What's funny is he is walking around quite literally.
That's Umbra
Look, he is quite literally walking around skin assed out. Look at that. He is.
I just see the transition.
And I was very uncomfortable playing without the shell on, by the way. I'm like, would you find a body you can jump in and inhabit? By the way,
sorry. You took the shell off? I wonder what you were looking at under that shell.
You already know. You already know. And then they don't have bisexual lighting in this game, and I still did it. But
I'm always gonna be looking. One thing I always gonna be doing is looking at men's ass.
You already know. Oh, well, maybe they do, guys. I saw some bisexual lighting looking at distance.
It's 2026, and we got bisexual lighting and ZestyGate as actual terms.
Okay, but for real though, the fucking the bisexual lighting, like the pink and the blue, isn't that literally just like what the color of every cyberpunk thing is? Isn't that just what we do?
More or less, yeah. Cyberpunk looks very much
more or less, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole neon aspect.
Like that's just cyberpunk colors, right?
That's
like,
just a silly argument right there. That dude, like I said, these grifters are reaching, but when they come to this walk, they were correct. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to tell you.
No, now their stupid bullshit, that's crazy. My stupid bullshit.
Yeah. Listen, the broken clock, as they say, is right twice a day. They happen to be right on this one. I'm just gonna. Okay, so right. AJH did the science on it, by the way. He said torso. Check this out. They, them, naturally. Look, AJH points out torso stability. While women have more pelvic movement, they tend to exhibit less torso and head sway than
I'm
men.
Sorry, no, you're right. I forgot that AJH is a doctor.
He is. Listen, he probably pulled this up on off of the internet. He probably got it right.
No, you're right. He's a professional astropologist, and he's always known
astropologist. At first, I asked the thing, I'm like, that's such a thing, and I'm like, oh wait, astropologist.
I mean, anthropologist, which is basically
the study of ass.
It's the study of people. I guess it's not
astrology.
I guess that'd be like a biology. It doesn't matter. Anyway, do you want to talk about the news rundown? Because it's 8:20.
Yeah, so we got to get moving. That's true.
If Arcane, if you're here, I swear this is not all that they talk about.
It's
I
not.
swear.
It might be.
I just
It
had
could
to
be.
get this out there, and yeah,
Hey,
Sology, indeed.
If this makes you hit subscribe, I'll talk about this every week.
Hit the subscribe button and like, family, since you all are here. Yeah, see, and he doesn't. Thank you. AJH says he doesn't have to be a doctor to tell you the hips don't lie. That's right. But let's move into the news roundup.
Let's see. We got a couple of things. I'm gonna be so completely dead honest with you. It's a bad week. Basically, all the news is bad. Get ready for a real bummer. I hope you enjoyed us talking about booty holes because it's not gonna get better. PlayStation has reaffirmed that they are leaving PC. So one of their dudes came out and did a whole thing, and it doesn't really matter because I mean, this is like the second time that they've said it, but now it's just like this is sort of the definitive one. But basically, it's kind of honestly the same thing that Xbox was saying about their platform. They're like live service shit's going to continue going to PC. In Xbox's case, it's going to PlayStation. And they're like single player stuff will not. They didn't specifically say like they did leave the room open in the wording of how they said it for potentially having like rare exclusions to that, but it's probably not going to happen. So this is just the final nail in the coffin for them pulling back out of PC because PlayStation's allowed to have exclusives.
So how did he word that exactly, Danny? Because there have been some people who are saying like, oh, see, he left the door open, basically. How did he word that exactly?
Here comes Jason Schreier saying that nope, there is no door left open.
Jason Schreier is able to say that. He's just saying it in like corporate speak. In corporate speak, like you never say never. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there is. He basically said like, oh, we're going to evaluate it based on where we think it's going to like give the most benefit to the platform, right? And what he means is all the single player shit's going to be on PlayStation. But the wording of it means that if later they change their mind, which they probably won't, then he wouldn't be an asshole.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And that's just how corporate people talk. You know what I mean? So strictly speaking, like the door is open, but it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's basically just giving himself an out if they try to decide. I mean, it wouldn't matter if he decided to change it later. They're just going to do it, right? But he's like you said, they're giving themselves an out if they want.
Yeah, PlayStation games on PC sell about as well as Xbox games on PlayStation, so there's really kind of no point.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that's interesting though, like this whole situation, because one of the things, and Assassin, you were mentioning this in the green room before we went live, is that even you as more of a PlayStation main, you have noticed even the media have this kind of unfair double standard where, it's like, oh, it's okay if Sony has their exclusives, but then when Microsoft tries to do it, it's just a bunch of kind of negativity surrounding that. Interesting enough, and I've heard other people point that out as well. And I do have to agree. It seems to be a kind of double standard. Now, to be fair, it's much more complex than just that. I know they're probably weighing out the thought of Microsoft not selling hardware as well and such, and needing a bigger audience to reach.
Well, but you have to keep in mind that when Xbox is talking about not putting their stuff on other platforms, they basically just mean Nintendo and PlayStation. Like they're still putting their stuff on PC,
right?
Whereas PlayStation is saying it's literally just our place. That's the only place where you can get it. So their exclusivity is way more restrictive. So if anything is harming the sales of games, you would think it would be that. Because yes, there's a lot of PlayStations out there, but there's a lot more Xboxes and PCs than PlayStation will ever sell. So if that's the argument, like, oh, PlayStation can do it because they have a big enough thing, then I disagree, because everyone's got a fucking computer. You know what I mean?
True.
So what's the argument there?
Also, too, I will point out, like, despite how I think people look at Sony's past and kind of look like this is the same now, and it's not the same. Like, they have 93 million sold through of consoles. I don't know how many are actively actually playing them, because you can remember there were a bunch of people buying bulk and they just stored in a garage.
Sure. Yeah. Well, right. And I imagine that this is
scalpers. Exactly.
To be fair, though, I think that a lot of that is probably equivalently true. Like whenever we're looking at console sales numbers, like that definitely is also true of like the PS2, which is one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Because a lot of the people who were buying PS2s were just using them as a fucking DVD player. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like there's definitely part of that for sure. But even if all 93 million of those people are playing on PlayStation, like actively. Every single one of those consoles are being plugged in and played like multiple times a week. Even still, it's like there's more Xboxes and PCs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even then.
Yeah, and like my thing about it rather is, if you look at even with PlayStation having so many units sold, their game sales for the first party don't tend to reflect that, right? Like,
no,
the biggest seller
For
they
some
had
of the
lately.
first party it does, but for others it doesn't.
Right, for like
Well,
for instance,
which is
Ghost of
completely
Yote,
funny.
for instance, right? And
Ghost
Yote
of
is
Yote, God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man, like
Right,
The
right.
Last of Us, Uncharted. Those games sell millions of copies, but games like Saros, Astro Bot,
Right.
Demon Souls, because
Mm-hmm.
those genres on PlayStation, generally those audiences don't play those type of games.
right,
They don't
exactly.
traditionally sell as well.
Which is why
as the other
that's
games
why I
that
was
they-
so
that they have.
weird to me when they sent Microsoft sitting certain games over there. I'm like, they're not known to play that over there. But that
Yeah.
aside, that's why I was so shocked that even Sea of Thieves did so well over there. I'm like, what? Because it's typically not what PlayStation gamers kind of gravitate to.
that is something that I want to bring up later when I'm giving shit to certain people.
Yeah.
Is it's kind of funny. Just brace yourself. It's kind of funny.
I
But
know exactly where he's going there.
Yeah.
but like the argument of, oh well, even if they change their mind and put stuff on PlayStation later, no one will buy it because old game is old. Greg Miller's exact quote
Mm-hmm.
doesn't hold any water at all, because the only two games of Xboxes that have sold well on PlayStation were ones that had already been out for like 3 years.
Yeah. Older games.
So it's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, man, that just doesn't track.
Yeah.
I think the reason why he said that is I think he's still completely in the wrong when he said that. But I think the
He was just
reason
mad and he
why he
wasn't
mentioned
thinking.
that in the first place is because PlayStation putting their games on PC years later did not sell well, and yet with
Yeah,
Xbox
well, because-
putting their older games on PlayStation and selling well,
Yeah.
like that. Apparently, like I think he corresponded those wires and connected them when they're completely unrelated. And one thing that Danny you mentioned, like Xbox and PCs together, they outsell anything that PlayStation can
Yeah.
ever do. The reason why is because I think a lot of the games media, I don't think they necessarily will say it out loud, but I do think a general portion of them just hyper focus on the console market specifically. They don't even
Well,
acknowledge PC.
It's not,
Well,
honestly,
as
I
like-
wouldn't
as-
even say it's the console market, it's PlayStation. Like, if you really boil it down, like, it's
Well,
They-
well,
they are
that's
focused
that's
on-
what I'm
on
saying.
PlayStation.
Like they focus on okay, PlayStation and Xbox console sales. They don't mention anything about how many PCs are sold that year or whatever, how many are
no.
built.
Well, that would be
They've hyper focused
that
on
would be
the
damn near
console sales
impossible
of the
to-
big three.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's because it's easier when it's just Xbox when you don't include PC because, like you said, it's impossible to articulate how many PCs were sold, how many were built, how many were refurbished and resold. Like that's impossible to keep track of. So they just find it easier to just focus on the big three, and
Right.
honestly I think that's why they do that.
Oh, for sure. But, you know.
Not saying that they're not wrong, or not
Yeah.
saying that they're right to do that. You should acknowledge PC because whether we as console players like it or not, PC is a growing platform. Multiple publishers have proven that these past couple years, Capcom especially. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's stupid to just ignore the PC side. And the reason why I think that Microsoft specifically can get away with putting their games on PC and PlayStation can't is because Microsoft's legacy has always been about PCs. So it's easier to think of Microsoft when you think of PC because
Yeah,
of
when
their
you boot up
history
your
with
PC,
Windows than it
9
is
out of
with
10
Sony.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, when you think of Sony, you think of their TVs, you think of their like photography equipment, you think of recently
Think of their
anime, since they
movies, you
acquired
think of the
Crunchyroll,
anime, you think of their
movies,
music.
Yeah,
Yeah. They have a
you don't-
bigger
you don't
hold on
associate PC with Sony. You
Yeah,
just
they
don't.
got the bigger hold on entertainment than they do
Yeah.
anything else.
Although the movie
Yeah.
department ain't doing so fucking great right now.
Yeah, right.
No, they're not.
Hit and
not at
miss,
all.
right? Yeah, hit and miss
I
for
mean,
them.
wait, Danny, do you consider Crunchyroll like theater releases as part of Sony since they do own Crunchyroll? Like,
They
do you
own-
consider like the Demon Slayer movie?
I'm gonna be honest,
be
I
a
don't know
success for
how. Demon Slayer movie is definitely a success. I don't
Yeah.
know what the financial breakdown of that is because like they don't own Demon Slayer. You know what I mean? So if it's not being
They don't, but Crunchyroll
So-
was the one that actually like hired the animators and like actually gave the theater release.
I imagine they get
So
a
I don't know what the
breakdown of it.
that is.
Yeah, I don't think they get a
Right.
big significant
So-
portion of it though.
When I say that their Sony Pictures department is not doing well, mostly what I'm saying is like any of their movies that don't have the word Spider-Man in it
100%.
do not track on like any aggregator.
Yep. And I was going to say the only ones that really outdid themselves have been Spider-Man movies rather, like Enter the Spider-Verse and stuff like that. But that aside,
Yo.
yeah, it's just like I said, it's been this weird kind of discussion going on around that with with PlayStation and how they're moving. I like you said, they gave himself an out, so we'll see how that works out. I would wonder if they alienate. I think having exclusives got to matter, right? I don't know though.
For sure.
If the PC closing out the PC side for them will be the wisest choice, but
No, absolutely
to
not.
be honest, they haven't made a ton of great choices lately. Seemingly no one in. I mean, I'm gonna be when we get to the main topic here, like one of my biggest takeaways is that like PlayStation's been fucking up for like a year now. Xbox has been fucking up for like 5 years now or whatever, and Nintendo has been just kind of sitting there doing dick ass shit, sitting in a paddling pool with water wings on and just making everyone look like assholes by just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's so funny.
They are getting a lot of third-party support, though, Danny. To be fair,
Yeah, well, it's because
even games coming out.
No, yeah,
even games that are not out, like Onimusha
yeah,
and FF7
I don't mean that
Revelation.
this is my point exactly. Is they're not doing anything. Is people are bringing stuff to them because everyone else has been fucking the dog for so long that it's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're just sitting there putting out, not to piss off Nintendo people, but like,
Too late.
not the most impressive games on definitely not the most impressive hardware, and everyone's loving it because that's all they want is just make the thing, make it good, and put it on something that is playable, and also maybe don't fire everybody at all of your studios and then fuck up everything we liked about your games. And so they win by literally the only way to win is not to play the game.
Do you what? Speaking of Nintendo, just briefly going off topic, Danny, do you think there is some merit of people who actually play Nintendo for the fun factor and not the graphical side?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
You think that's the reason why that they get away with so much because they focus so much on that?
No. It's not the fun factor at all because I would disagree that their games are more fun than other games. I think that that's subjective. It's entirely based on taste. I think the reason that Nintendo gets away with having games that are not impressive on hardware that is not impressive is because they've done such a good job of cultivating like a damn near cult-like following, where it's people who grew up on a thing and then raised their kid on a thing, and it's been the same fucking Italian guy. We're just letting our kids play with a hairy grown-ass Italian man, and we think it's okay, right? Like we're just letting Mario into our pipes and not thinking that that's a weird thing.
That entire statement was questionable.
Because he
letting this hairy Italian man into our pipes.
I'm just saying.
I thought he was going to say, and we're letting our boys play with a twink.
It's just
named Link.
I mean, come on now. But no, the reason that they're able to get away with so much more is because they're not doing that much. So the only bad things about Nintendo is they're crazy litigious. They technically own a slave, and they don't really make that good of stuff.
They will sue the hell out of you, that's for sure.
Yeah, which is how they got the slave. So
damn.
But people who don't pay attention to the industry part of the thing and just pay attention to the games, what they see is, I got another Mario, I got another this, and it's the same. It is functionally the same video game that I've been playing since I was 6 years old. Cool, that's all I need. Whereas everyone else is like, we got to push the envelope, we got to do this thing, and so they're taking a lot more risks, which sometimes pays off really great, but then other times fucks up dramatic, and then we wind up where we are today. So
really, you think Breath of the Wild plays the same as Ocarina of Time back in 1998?
I think it is. I think Breath of the Wild is equivalent to whatever year it came out. I don't remember in terms of being impressive as Ocarina was in the year 2000 when it came out. Or no, Majora's Mask came out in 2000. Which one's first? I don't remember. One of them came out in 2000.
I think it was Ocarina of Time that came out first, and then Majora's
I think that
Mask.
they are. I think they are.
I'm not a Nintendo fan, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that they are equivalently impressive for the time that they came out. Because I'll be honest with you, like Breath of the Wild, a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, it's like the most amazing RPG ever." But I think if people had played like The Witcher or like any of these other big ones, they'd be like, oh no, this is baby's first RPG, but it's got a Zelda skin on it, so that's all I need.
Yeah. What you call it? Ocarina came first, by the way. Majora came. It was the sequel.
Yeah,
so Majora's
I gotta
the one that
switch
came out in
too. So
2000
I
and Ocarina.
I don't
That makes
know
sense.
that much about Nintendo games. So like, hey, I'm still learning, man.
I'm planning
This is
on
why-
getting
this
that
is why-
remake for it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why we're doing Ready Set Replay. We're playing through all of the games chronologically because there's a lot of shit from specifically Nintendo that like I had just not played as a kid. So
Hey, Ocarina. What else do we have?
well, hey man, the main topic is layoffs, and guess what? The small topics also layoffs.
Yay!
Yay! So a little while ago, we got reports from Jason Schreier and probably some other people, but the most famous one probably Jason Schreier, saying that once this Monument of Triumph, whatever thing came out for Bungie, that they would be having some pretty severe layoffs at Bungie. We're getting more details about that. It seems like it's going to be about half of the staff, roughly 400 people, which has a lot of people pretty concerned about like what that means for Marathon and Destiny going forward. I don't think it's a great sign, frankly, but I guess we'll see. This is just this is just confirmation of a thing that we kind of already knew, but 50%'s a lot. It's a lot of a studio.
How many employees work at Bungie? Wasn't it like over 1,000?
Roughly 800. No, well, maybe before because they've already done at least 2 rounds of layoffs at Bungie, but right now it's apparently around 800.
Oh, so they're gonna cut Oh my god.
They're cutting roughly 400 people from Bungie. So
You're gonna have less developers at Bungie than Bethesda does. That's very sad to think about.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Bethesda's got 3 locations now? 4?
I think 4. They have Maryland. They have Dallas.
There's 2 in Texas, at least.
Yeah, there's Dallas,
Yeah.
Austin, Maryland, and I think 1 in the UK. I think.
Something like that.
I don't know why they have
But
2
anyway,
in,
back to
2 in
Bungie.
Texas. That's just a waste of time being out there. But
Hey man.
It's,
Hey,
it's a
software
good
lives
place.
here, man. They're an hour away from me. You want me to go tell them that they're a waste of time?
yeah, I
Do you
want to
live-
tell them that
do
they
you
have
live,
better places.
Do you live next door to me? Because I'm also about an hour away from Richardson.
No, well, I'm in one of the neighboring cities in San Antonio.
But yeah, you are right. They're Austin, Dallas, and they're in Montreal, Canada, and as
Montreal,
well
that's
as
what they wanted.
Oh, Canada.
Maryland.
I don't know why I said UK.
They're in Rockville,
I mean,
Maryland. That's the headquarters.
What is Canada if not the UK of North America?
All right. Oi, Canadian, eh?
Oy vey.
Shout
All
out
right,
to-
from one B to the other.
Right.
Fun.
Shout out to Vandal. What's up, brother? And of course, who did I just see? I saw someone a minute ago. Oh, there he is, Lord Negatron. What's up, Lord Negatron? And who else? Punty. He said, shout out to all of us. He said, big up. Enough big up watching the World Soccer game. Listen, Danny was just discouraging the World Cup games, Punty. Curse him
It's
out.
a bad sport for children. It's not. I don't know why people enjoy it. I think frankly from an athletic perspective, it's impressive that they can run that long, and from every other perspective, what a waste of time. Unless you're that one guy that keeps getting spread around on socials where he's just like this big fat oiled up guy with his shirt off dancing, he's having a good time. If you're doing that, from what I understand, people who are watching soccer are either doing that or getting drunk as fuck. If you're doing either of those 2 things, you're probably fine. You don't even care. You don't need the sport. You can just do anything and do those 2 things and probably have just as good of a time. But
Gray asked, what the F was that? What the accents, Gray? I think I was pretty solid on point. I thought, I think that was pretty accurate. By the way, Vandal says he will be full of crabs tomorrow.
I don't know what that means, but have fun.
And he says pause as if that will save it. So he bought a bunch of crabs and showed us on Discord that he had a whole case of them just crawling around looking disgusting. And so, yeah, he's about to have himself a little seafood jamboree, if you will.
Jamboree.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't eat crabs and lobster. I just find them detestable looking.
Yeah. Well, they don't have butts, so
They look like bugs, like the damn.
that's not what I said, but that's all right.
Hell, they're both related to bugs, mind you. The damn lobster looks like a roach, a red roach to me. I just can't touch it. Anyway, moving on. What else do we have, Danny?
One of my favorite indie studios is losing funding in November. Don't Nod, makers of the first Life is Strange and a bunch of other shit.
So sad.
Is losing funding. Tencent has basically pulled all their funding, and they have cash reserves until November. So we'll see what happens with them, but it's not probably going to be great. They're either going to have to figure something out to make more money, be that layoffs or like, I don't know, some kind of quick hit, put a game out, like port it somewhere maybe to try and get a little bit extra cash infusion or something. Or they're going to end up getting bought, and as we've been seeing for the last 2 years now, that's usually not a very great idea. So,
yeah.
Oops.
I
don't know.
It really
not
sucks.
thrilled about it.
It really sucks because, like, we keep losing out on these teams that's giving us like these really special stories you just don't get in gaming everywhere, right? And like it seems more and more like we are kind of hitting this homogeny, this like, oh, you just all got to give us all third person over the shoulder games and sports games. That's what it feels like, and maybe some live service games, and that's it. And we're kind of losing out on a special part of gaming where like there's more design options and game options, right? And they gave us Life is Strange, right? One of my favorite games of the past, I would say maybe 10, 20 years. Very unique. I doubted it, and I ended up loving it. And they gave us Tell Me Why. They gave us Jacint. Like, they put out some good work. Lost Records, right? I didn't finish that yet. I got to finish that. But they put out some good games, man. And it's sad to see, like, you know, in an instant, they can be gone just like that. And then right now you're saying they have no funding whatsoever, right?
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily no funding. It's that they've been getting their funding from Tencent, and Tencent has pulled out. And so they have about, 5 months-ish to find either somebody else to invest or to maybe do a Kickstarter. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean, you know, it's the end of the line for them. Double Fine famously put out a bunch of games through, like, Kickstarter and crowdfunding type shit. And I do think Don't Nod has the cachet that they could probably make something like that work. Them finding a publisher to put their games out, I don't think would be particularly difficult. It's just like, it's going to be rough times for them, and it may result in some pretty bad things that we don't want to see. But I don't think Don't Nod's going to shut down. I think that they're enough of a commodity that if they are able to pitch an idea to somebody, or, you know, they will have options. It's just that the options are scarier than just continue to do what they were already doing, even though Tencent, not a company that I trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
it's hard to trust them. And Tencent has a fairly large stake in them. I think like something like 40-something%. And they're not giving them any more capital, right, to fund anything that they're trying to make, because they apparently, you know, Jacint and like Banishers, they didn't do too well commercially. They underperformed. The thing is like, what's underperformance for these people? Because I look at Square, it's like, oh, Tomb Raider sold 10 million. It underperformed. Like what? Yeah. So like, well, I don't know what's. I'm being exaggerative, of course, but
sure.
I just noticed that is the case a lot of the times where these corporations want more and more and more, and these people are being punished for not delivering the moon.
No, I mean, again, this is going to be a bigger conversation at the end of the show here, but. Yeah, no, billionaires are basically ruining everything I love. Yep. So we're having a really great time. The positive side here is that, like, Don't Nod, not the most expensive company in the world in terms of like the budgets for their games. They don't have a huge number of employees. So finding funding, it wouldn't be the same as like, oh, Bungie now all of a sudden doesn't have money. Granted, Bungie obviously has their own problems, but like, you know what I mean? Like they're not putting out these games that are like, you know, $200-300 million games,
right?
These big open worlds or whatever. Like, they're putting out very linear games that have an audience that seemingly don't take that long to make, like,
or cost that much to make either. Yeah,
they're cheap to make. They have their audience. They feel like a safe bet in terms of just having something be put out. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't necessarily want to see them bought, but if I'm Xbox, if I'm PlayStation, if I'm whoever, and I need like some third-party exclusive or whatever to publish on my platform to fill some gap, I think Don't Nod is a safe bet. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, yeah, I hear you on that.
Whatever they're making next.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like you said. It's not any certainty on it. It's just worrisome because they've, like, they don't have the money to keep on like past November, I think you said, right? So
yeah, and it's so easy
Yep.
in the way that the world and more, more closely, I guess, the video game industry, it's so easy to be nihilistic and everything sucks, everything's bullshit. And trust me, I had a really fucking bad day on Monday.
yeah,
So like I get it, I really do, but this, things like this can and probably will still work out. You know what I mean? Like everything sucks. Everything sucks, and I'm not telling you that you're wrong for feeling bad about it.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's really easy to look at something like this, which is bad, and be like, this is the end, everything sucks, we're all gonna die. But like there are solutions here that I do think Donut is capable of finding. So like, don't count them out yet. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I hear you.
There are miracles too, Danny. Let me look at Telltale. Like for years,
Telltale
people
exists
didn't think
again.
that yeah, I mean, for years people didn't think that we would get The Wolf Among Us 2, and they came back a couple weeks ago with the 2027 date and a remaster of the first game.
Pretty happy
Can't
about
wait
that
to
myself.
actually buy that and play that for the first time, because I've heard nothing but good things about Telltale's games, and The Wolf Among Us seems like a good starting point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
So,
not all
yeah,
great, but a lot of them are.
Yeah, a lot of them are. But yeah, to the point, a lot of people didn't think that Telltale wouldn't come back, and here they are, stronger than ever. Like, just like you said, there's nothing saying that Don't Know can't have a similar comeback.
Yeah,
For sure. Well, and they're not even as far gone as Telltale was. So.
yeah.
Oh,
Telltale,
yeah.
Telltale was in a far worse situation. Yeah, but that said, though, I agree with Danny on where you say like it's not necessarily the end, and they are enough. If the body of work is enough, where I could see someone investing into them too. So
minimally like a crowdfunding sort of situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They put up a Kickstarter and have it pushed by Jeff Keighley on fucking
Twitter and such. Yeah.
I was gonna say the Game Awards, but yeah, that too.
Oh yeah, Game Awards.
And
Yeah, makes sense.
And they're probably gonna get that goal hit. If Star Citizen can collect however many hundreds of millions of dollars and do absolutely dick ass shit with that money,
Oh my god.
then like Don't Nod can get 10 million or whatever.
Sure.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
They can always do crowdfunding too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What else did we have?
This wasn't one of the main topics, was it? The Unreal thing?
No, because I was just going to address it as we, I guess, talked. As we keep in the news roundup. It was about the tech demos, right?
Yeah, I mean the only one the only one you told me to watch is the only one I watched. But I watched the Gears of War one. This is for Unreal 5.8, not Unreal 6, which was also like announced, but this showcase was not for that, or the Gears of War thing was not for that, I don't believe. They were really heavily focusing on the lighting, which looks great. It's incredibly impressive. I think that was one of the things that people, even before we knew that it was like going to be used as a showcase for Unreal, we were like, this is a showcase for Unreal. Like, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, honestly, like that's the biggest thing that they focused on was that. They also talked about just like, having graphical fidelity and being able to like have more detail on individual objects, but they didn't really zoom in on that too heavily. It was very much like we're able to do 1 million lights in this room and have the game not crash. Isn't that cool?
Right.
Yeah, mega lights. Yeah, they made it a big deal how muzzle flashing was a big thing against other objects in the room.
Yeah,
like when Marcus is in cover and hip firing, you could actually see like the actual lights and shadows on the other objects on the shelf.
And to be honest with you, I've been playing a lot of games recently where you shoot guns. I could not fucking tell you if those video games did that, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Was that a detail I was looking for? But it's nice that it's there, I guess. It does look really nice.
It's one of those features where like a developer has to come out and tell you, and that way you actually look for it and you're like, oh shit, that actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, hey Rockstar, I wasn't gonna notice the horseball thing. It's neat that you did that. I don't want to meet the intern. I don't want to meet the intern you made who do that, because that was a rough 3 months for him.
I respect them for going an extra mile.
They didn't need to go that mile. There were different miles they could have gone.
To infinity and beyond. So this is the tech demo in question on the screen here, by the way. This was in Chi-Town, by the way. They were here in Chicago here for the Unreal tech demo. announcement of
Oh,
5.8.
now we know why you glazed for Unreal. It's because they have their events in your hometown.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
Now we know. Now we understand.
You know?
Well, now that the Bears are gone, it's like a okay city to go to.
Hey now. A pox on your Spurs forever for this.
Not my Spurs. I don't really watch basketball.
But yeah, I mean the game looks phenomenal. I just have to throw it out there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. I'm liking that they got this more darker kind of gritty look. We're going back in time, so we're getting back Marcus and Dom, and seeing the beginnings and such of every other person that's popping up. I will say, it is odd to see the chainsaw blade gun in there because they shouldn't have that yet. But whatever, I'm not going to complain.
Well, it's not. I don't think they had. Did they have the Lancer with the chainsaw on it? Because when Ty shows up, he's just holding a chainsaw. I think.
Oh, it wasn't on an actual.
He's just holding a chainsaw.
Oh, it wasn't attached. Oh, okay.
It's just a chainsaw.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Because that's a bit that's taken from one of the books. Did you read any of the books?
I have read like
the Gears of War books.
I've read like a bit of the comics. That's about it.
The silence is telling me no.
Well, I didn't know if you were asking him or me.
Yeah.
Both. I mean both. I'm asking the room.
I haven't. I haven't read them.
I have not, but I know I recently watched someone who actually did read the books. They mentioned that they were advancing the storyline a bit. Apparently, the Lancer came like a couple months after E-Day or something like that.
Yeah, so they're changing around things a little bit. It's definitely going to make the books less canon or uncanon. Which, like, to be fair, I don't think anybody cares. It's the same thing as like, oh, hey, we made all the Star Wars books not canon. Everyone was like, all right, well, whatever. I'm still going to read them. So, but yes, that is a thing that happens in I think the first book. I'm pretty sure the first book is second book.
Yeah.
The first book is all the war with Marcus hanging out with Carlos. The second book is like the E-Day shit. So a lot of that is
because E-Day is going to show like the origin story of the Mark II Lancer, right? Like they're actually going to show.
I guess we don't know
or something like that.
Oh, so the first one was about the Pendulum Wars, then the book.
It was the end of the Pendulum. So the first book is about Marcus is on a team with Dom's brother Carlos.
Okay.
And it's the like lead up to the final battle of that war.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's, and unless I'm misremembering, I think it's the second book where they start introducing like Ty Kaliso and they start introducing the Locust and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Okay.
I haven't read them in a while, to be fair, so it's been a minute. But yeah, so there are some things already being hinted at from this that like people who have read the books are gonna recognize, but also like they're gonna be different. And they just said that in the developer direct, I think, where they were like, hey, or no, it wasn't the developer direct, it was the Xbox podcast afterwards.
Gotcha.
They were like, hey, so a couple of these moments, like these are things that people will have experienced in the books. However, we're telling it in a different way, because like in the books, the two new guys, or Mags, the lady, and fucking Reyes or whatever, the guy who looks like a cop.
Lucas Reyes.
The two new guys, they're not like
they don't
exist.
To the tip. Yeah. But the Reyes, by the way, she looks like that lady. Like she was modeled after the. I forgot.
Well, Reyes is the guy, but.
Oh, okay. So the other one, what's the other name again?
Yeah,
Mags.
Mags. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
She looks like the lady off Aliens to me.
She does.
I thought it was just gonna be like specifically Marcus and Dom. Like I didn't think we were gonna get like anyone else in the squad.
It makes sense. It makes sense that they got more in the squad though, because typically it's 4 of them whenever they get together.
They gotta have 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the story I think is gonna obviously focus very heavily on Marcus and Dom.
100%.
I won't spoil the first book, but the first book ends in such a way where Marcus has a pretty big secret that he's keeping from Dom. So I don't know if that's gonna play into the game.
Yeah.
But if it does, there's gonna be some shit going on. I'm just saying.
Oh God.
I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's good to know for story bits.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. That's right. I'll spoil it. Marcus was sleeping with Maria the whole time. That's not real. That's
damn
not real.
You, Marcus. So that's the tech demo really for Gears there. Not a new bunch of things shown, but they went to explain it.
Did anyone ever expect Gears of War E-Day to not show up? Like graphically and fidelity wise, was there one logical person that assumed that Gears of War E-Day would not look good at all?
I don't. I doubt
No,
that. Most people knew better.
Yeah, I think the Gears games have like pretty much always looked good at the times that they came
Yeah.
out. Some of them don't look great now, but but at the time.
Yeah.
So that was for Gears, and this is the other. Excuse me.
What?
Tech demo one, which was the one I was telling you about before, Danny, which is No Law. Excuse me.
You need a second?
Yeah, I know, right?
You all right? Hold on.
Let me see. Uh-oh, some of that bisexual lighting going on right here.
Whoa. Can't be doing that.
Unreal. All right, there we go.
Unreal has gone woke. Now
Hey,
we're going to play things in the Decima engine.
Right. So, hold on. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Oh my
So
God, Zach! No, let's not do that, man.
This is No Law right here. Also using Unreal. And it looks pretty damn fun. You know how some games go so far in terms of like animation or the world itself around it that you question, is this really going to be in the game? Is this real gameplay?
Are you sure this isn't a lie?
Right. And that's what this looks like right now. Like some of this is obviously CGI, but some of it you're going to see is actual gameplay too. Atmospherically, it looks dope. It looks, you can see it obviously. Yeah. What were you saying?
You're saying we saw this before?
Yeah, they showed this at was it Keeley's show that they first showed No Law? I think
It was TGA back in December.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was a while. I was gonna, because I do not recognize this.
Yep. The protagonist,
not
like I
know
said,
this man.
still looks hilarious to me. He looks like an old haggard man from he looks like Haggard from Final Fight, like with Final Fight and Cody and Guy. But he got like this mustache and all that. Like, look at the gameplay. It looks pretty phenomenal.
The character's
Visually.
an old man. That's why you feel so connected to it.
Yeah, you know. They didn't age us out yet in this world.
Good old Umbra over here.
Right. But it looks pretty good, I will say. I don't know how the story and narrative whatever will go, but I'm liking what I see. Also, you can shoot out lights and such. So they encourage stealth options and things like that. But just the setting and everything and atmosphere, it looks pretty phenomenal. And this is one thing I've always appreciated about Unreal Engine. So I'll definitely give it the glaze, but it's the glaze that it deserves, in my opinion, because I think so many great worlds have been made because of Unreal. And, you know, and this is another to add to that list. Hell, we're going to see more of it going forward with, you know, the next Witcher and the next Cyberpunk, in fact. So there is that as well. But no, it looks really, really good. And I would imagine by next year, we'll be moving on finally to Unreal 6, you know, at some point. So
Yeah.
we're close.
I mean, next year, I don't know. At this point, I don't know if next gen's happening next year. I think it's probably getting pushed back.
You think so?
Please let it get pushed
Oh yeah,
back.
we saw that report
Please.
where Asha was like, "Yeah, we're expecting the components to go up by 5 times what they are right now by holiday 2027." I was like, "Yeah, man, ain't nobody putting out a fucking console at that point. I don't think.
She
if that
did
turns
say
out to be
that.
true, which God, I hope it's not. But
Yeah.
If
you know, obviously
Microsoft and
that's just
Sony
speculating.
and like try to launch a console next year, both of them, I will look them both dead in the face and say, "You guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
No
I mean, they
one
would
is
have
going to
to-
buy that expensive of consoles. You're out of your mind. Wait a year or two, damn it."
Yeah, Xbox might do like the OEM thing a little bit and let other people make that mistake for them. But yeah, if they put out a console, they would pretty much have to subsidize the fuck out of it, and I don't think they're in a position to do that. So
Yeah, they've said they don't want to subsidize anymore. Satya was actually in a recent interview saying that the future for them is not subsidization, so they don't. They are steadfast. They're not doing it anymore. I think they have to have some type of plan, right? You heard about that Klarna situation where they were like allowing people to pay off the game that they're going to get or whatever.
like
like layaway almost. I said that before. I've
Well,
said
they
that
did it
many
before.
times. They did. They hit that all access plan. But I was saying like that's what I would keep going with because next gen we are expecting to be, you know, in the 1,000 range at least.
yeah. Well,
You're gonna have a way around that, right?
assuming that we don't.
I
burn
know-
down
I already know
every
what you're about
data
to
center
say.
on the planet.
I knew you were about to
got
say
some-
that. I'm like, oh, here we go.
We got some fucking problems coming.
Assuming that the industry hasn't crashed by that point.
Yeah. I mean, we're already seeing right now a lot of. I mean, I don't think the industry's going to crash. It's going to feel like it's crashed because it already does. But what we're already seeing is a lot of investors being like, maybe don't do the AI shit because you're not making money off of it. So if that continues to be the case for another year, I could see maybe the price is dropping a little bit. But we also need that Shark Tank guy to stop poisoning Arizona wherever he's putting that giant fucking data center.
That jerk.
So we'll see. Hey, everything is a real mess when it comes to components right now.
100%. By the way, wanted to shout this out. Speaking of Chicago, Vandal pointed out, he says, my family and I are watching the Obama Center opening. Such a great and positive event. So good. I loved it too,
That's
Vandal.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You get the Bears out and then you get cool shit.
Whatever.
The Bears go out, Obama comes in.
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying, it's a really good time for Chicago.
Bears you keep talking about, Danny?
The Chicago Bears, their football team.
Yeah.
Their football team? What do you mean they're out?
They moved to Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah. It's part of the Chicagoland area, as they call it. But all Chicagoans don't consider that one bit. Yeah, we don't.
I think that's a lie.
Yeah.
I think that they're, and people who want to tell me to go fuck myself, which is a lot of people, and I've heard. So go ahead.
Your list is growing weekly. I agree. Yes,
and good. If I don't have a hater, I've died.
You have done. You've gone the wrong way if you don't have a hater.
No, but the thing that people always push back on with it is like, oh, but the New York teams play in New Jersey. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it, but like the difference is I don't hate the New York teams, so it's not as funny to me.
He said, "Yeah, you're right, but
you're
hear
right,
me
but
out.
I don't care. What do you mean? but the Bears, though.
Yeah." But the Bears get around it by trying to say, "Oh, Chicagoland," and not one fan is agreeing or down with that bull one bit, including myself. I think it's terrible, and it's greed that's powering this, unfortunately. But that aside,
I don't know why they decided to move. I just think it's really funny.
It's greed, as they want the city for our tax dollars to go to funding the new stadium that they were going to make, which was like the state of the art. Stadium that can close, they can open and close like during the colder months and such.
What are they doing with Soldier Field? What's happening with that?
Soldier Field's staying there. The Bears themselves don't own it because it's it's a old. It used to be a old station for World War vets, right? Remember back in the day? It's probably the oldest, if not one of the oldest football stadiums used for football
Lambeau
stadiums.
Might have it beat, but
it might,
it's up there.
Yeah, they're like neck and neck. That's the oldest rivalry in sports, I believe, or in football at least for sure. Or it's Lambeau and excuse me, is Green Bay. I hate Green Bay, by the way. Like you hate my Bears, and the Bears are two of the Bears. They are two of the oldest rivals in sports for a fact. But that said,
just kind of ignores them.
You're right. What else do we have though?
Not a ton. I mean, honestly, truly not a ton. There was that Fable gameplay thing, but I feel like we already kind of covered that.
Yeah.
Do we really need to talk about that again, Danny?
Yeah, I know.
He's already given up. He acknowledges that the
now,
Zesty Walk was there.
I've never done it, and I never will.
We can move past that,
There's another like smaller studio called Quali Labs that got shut down. They just put out a game called Luna Abyss a couple weeks back, and now they are. They've laid off everybody. I don't know what that game is, which is unfortunately probably why they're having to shut down. Because I had never heard of it. It doesn't look bad, but
I've heard good things about it.
You mean the game that's been called a Game Pass shooter?
Yeah.
Is it in Game Pass? Because I've not heard of it.
It is in Game Pass.
It's in Game Pass, yeah.
Like someone put out an article saying like 2026 Game Pass's whatever developer is being shut down. I'm just like, why even include Game Pass in that title, dude? It's everywhere. Like, what do you? Why?
Well, you got to actually try to discourage Xbox somehow. So that was their mission.
Makes sense.
But no, a lot of people didn't like it. Yeah. What were you saying?
That's unnecessary.
How long did it last in comparison to High Guard?
Longer, I imagine.
Longer.
Okay.
High Guard was like a couple weeks. And, I mean, obviously Concord's like the one to point at and laugh. But
yeah, that's the
High
worst.
High Guard was 13
not laugh,
days.
Because people lost their fucking jobs. And that's never funny. But
it was 13 days for High Guard. It was a week.
And 14 for Concord.
Wow, 2 weeks for Concord. And
I thought Concord was even less than that.
I thought it was less than that too, actually.
No, Concord was 2 weeks exactly. Then
Sheesh.
High Guard was 13 days.
Yeah, beat him by 1 day. I would have told him to hold out for at least 2 more days. I don't want to have the worst record. Like, damn. And also, of course. Oh, yeah, terrible.
I like how before Summer Game Fest, Keeley made it a point to tweet out, oh, yeah, our last game is going to be a single-player game.
Yeah, he knew better now. The
Yeah,
fallout
he
from the
knew.
last one.
Amen to that.
Unfortunate, man. I just think it's oversaturation of these live services. People don't want all that. Like, I think more people want. Well, I'm not going to say that. Many people do love that stuff, but it's just not.
It's not.
Yeah, what we saying?
It's not that people don't want live service games. It's that they've already got their live service games.
Yeah, that's true. They're locked in already. It's like they're not really shifting away from those games.
Yeah.
They're either already locked into a live service game, or they're like me and trying to get away from live service games.
Yep.
And going more single player. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm seeing like a small but unspoken growing movement in the gaming community where they're actually trying new things outside of their bubble.
That's
like
crazy.
People that have actually like played COD and FIFA for so many years are like trying other things like Resident Evil or freaking Mass Effect or other games outside of their bubble.
Big games, but okay.
So it's just like,
I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, a lot of people like jumped out of the bubble for Expedition and Hollow Knight and Metaphor.
Yeah.
And Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, like they're big games, but at least we're getting to the point where people are getting outside of their damn bubble and trying something new.
Playing something, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean,
I love Siege. I love Rainbow Six Siege for what it was, and on some level for what it is. I put 2,000 hours into it, but after not picking it back up for the past almost year by now, I have never felt so much better playing so many single player games.
And that's the thing, man. You were locked into that. Like, I've had shout out to Morty, my buddy Morty. He's always saying, "Oh, jump into this." I'm like, brother, that would take a lot of dedication that I don't want to give one single game. It's too much to play. Right, so I feel you. By the way, Vandal pointed out that even Arc Raiders is having or floundering now, and I looked it up, and it's true. Their all-time peak was 481,000 concurrent on Steam, and it's dropped roughly 80% to just under 100,000 now. It's still not terrible, but it's not as great as it was, obviously. But
I'm just curious, Umbra, how many people are playing Elden Ring right now?
Let me look. I bet it's going to be some ridiculous.
I'll be so shocked if there's more people playing Elden Ring than Arc Raiders.
I bet there's more people playing it than Marathon.
Than Battlefield 6 or COD.
Yeah,
but you guys know what I'm saying, right? There's like people are more gravitating more towards single player.
Wow.
Nowadays, it seems like.
So currently in
honestly,
game.
I'm pretty glad of that.
In game right now, there are 30,505 people playing in game right now. Elden Ring on Steam DB.
That's still a lot of people, though.
That's a lot, and this is what 3 years old, 4. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Their all-time peak was 953,426. Yeah, that game landed heavy.
You know, after Dust Bloods, they're like From Software's next single-player game is going to do numbers.
Oh,
like,
I'm pretty certain.
You just know it.
I'm pretty certain, yeah. It'll give the Switch players something finally to play, by the way. But, yeah. Let me get out of here before MJ starts trying to kill me. You know, he still harbors that hate towards you, Danny. He's like, oh, where Danny? Is he going to wear his onesie, his Nintendo onesie? I know he got it in the closet.
Bro, I just said that Nintendo's making everybody else look like assholes like an hour ago, too.
I know. I was laughing because I'm like, I wonder if MJ is going to hear that.
I mean it too. Like they're sitting there doing dick ass shit and making everyone else look like assholes. It's really funny.
Yeah,
it's genuinely funny.
But
when I went to GameStop today and I actually picked up The Adventures of Elliot.
Oh, nice. I gotta get that.
Yeah, I picked it up today at GameStop and I told the cashiers, I feel so sorry for you for June 25th, and they looked at me like, yeah, I know we got a lot of Star Fox pre-orders, and I looked at them and just basically said, no, that's when GTA 6 pre-orders come out. They looked at me like I was crazy, and they looked it up. They were like, oh my god, we didn't know.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
They're going to need a bigger store.
All right. I'm so glad I don't go and get physical anymore. That means nothing to me now. It's like, pre-order.
Hey,
I really love throwing away all my rights of ownership.
I get it, but it's just I'll give that up for the fear of that. I'll give up for the right of getting it easy and have to go through the struggle of that.
Well, if you get up and walk someplace in Chicago, people will stare at your ass. So
I still find it appealing to actually go to the store, pick up the game, and actually talk to people that are actually interested in the same game I am.
Yeah.
but that's just me.
I don't care about what they
So-
think. I got better
I mean,
people to listen,
hey.
to talk to.
Wow.
That's not true. You're talking to us.
You all are better than them. So, but
Zach, there are a lot of people that still pre-order physical than you think.
Chat.
I'm
Chat,
surprised
clip
by
that.
that.
Clip that part where he said we were cool. So you can't take it back.
No
Clip that part.
No takesy backsies.
And like Danny said, I'm trying to limit my rights, or I'm trying to limit publishers'
from taking your rights away
forbidding
from gaming.
ownership, taking my ownership away from their games.
Yeah, I think though I
Thank
hear
you,
you. I
Ubisoft,
hear you
for-
guys. Yeah,
Thank you to Ubisoft for putting that in the public spotlight. By the way,
for sure. I mean, I get it. I respect you guys' thoughts on it. I just think you kind of fighting a losing battle rather, because
Yeah, but we're only losing that battle because of you.
yeah,
It's. I mean, you're the. I mean, you literally-
if everyone just stood together and
Yeah,
actually did it, then they would stop.
hey, listen, coming together is the only thing that.
Hey guys, I really respect that. And he's got the gun to the back of our head. Man,
I was going to make
crazy.
a really unnecessary joke, and I'm glad I stopped myself. But,
I can't. I don't know who did this.
but yeah, I mean, it's just a losing battle because like we're going further and further digital, all digital. It's a very all digital world we're moving to. So
Yeah. Although
I respect
to
it,
be
but,
fair,
you know.
Gen Z and Gen A are making a big push for physical again. So we'll see.
So
I don't know if it'll go away.
Gray says
There
wasn't
is a
the
growing sentiment in the music industry where there are a lot of people interested in vinyls. Like I did not know that.
And even CDs, which is crazy because like you don't
Even,
even
yeah,
have the argument
Blu-ray,
around.
CDs, vinyls,
Yeah.
like there is a growing,
I love
there is
that
a
shit.
growing movement of like moving back to physical, which it
It's
just
because-
hasn't hit gaming just yet.
It's because Gen Z and Gen A are like very anti-billionaire, and when you give up your rights, the people who take them are billionaires.
So, Gray pointed out something. I had to look it up. He says, wasn't GTA 6 the release date just removed from the GTA webpage? And I looked it up, and it did, yeah. It says
Did it?
that Rockstar removed the exact release date for Grand Theft Auto 6 from its official web pages.
I swear to fucking God, if they delay it again,
What if they do, right? It says the
got
if
removal.
they delay it to February, I'm gonna be so pissed
that would
off.
be messed up. Somebody else
Like
made that.
Fable,
Somebody else said that.
Fable got delayed to avoid GTA, and now here it is again.
That'd be
Look,
messed.
here-
Like I would
Wow.
accuse them of targeting us if they did something like that. If I was
Well,
Microsoft.
Woo!
Here's the thing, right? Because I made a bet on Ready Set Replay. I said if it comes out this year, then I will buy a copy and give it away to a subscriber. So if it gets delayed, I'm saving $70.
There you go.
So I'm kind of okay.
So you're hoping it gets delayed.
Yeah, but
By the
like-
way, Danny,
I'm all
you
right.
and I made a bet last year. What was the bet?
I don't remember, and I probably lost it. What's up?
No, it's just I got to go back to the episodes that I was on because I know you and I made a bet. I just don't remember what it was.
I should have documented it. But
Yeah,
that said,
probably should've.
this caused a lot of panic, they say, amongst fans. Rockstar hasn't officially confirmed on any delay or changed anything yet, but we'll see. So it did happen, Gray, but there has been no announcement, so we don't know. I would doubt that
Did we
it's
talk-
delayed though, but you never know.
Did we talk about how Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two, made himself a playable character in
Oh yeah,
WWE
UFC.
2K?
that was mentioned last week, I think. Yeah, somebody had pointed
Well,
that
I wasn't
out.
here last week, so
Yeah.
that's very funny.
No, that was mentioned. That was hilarious. I was like,
It
what?
turn- I mean,
when
it
I was
turns out
told
he's a
about it.
criminal because he's going to, billionaire retreats with the guy from Palantir. So I mean, but hey,
So Sarah Bond,
but
too.
that's funny.
Yeah, Sarah Bond was
I
in
feel
there.
some kind of way about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah Bond was on that list too.
That was pretty odd. I gotta agree.
I'm not thrilled about that one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, she's on the list. Yeah, it says Sarah Bond, president of Xbox, Microsoft.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
she-
on it. And...
She ain't that anymore.
I know. Yeah, well,
yeah, right. That's
whoa.
true.
Not
They didn't
anymore.
know-
She's not.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
didn't update that list.
Those plans are averted. But yeah, listen, we got to move to the major topic because it's 9 already. And I got to get going soon.
Wait, can I mention something real quick, Umbra?
Sure.
The whole Black Ops thing, Black Ops 1 and 2 being ported to PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of funny that Xbox is giving exclusive porting to PlayStation for Black Ops 1 and 2 when they can't even do that to their own customers.
Well, to be fair, it seems like that until you look into it, right? Because the reason why it sounds that way is because Xbox already has it. Xbox already has backward compatibility for it with all the way from the Xbox One and now on the Series X and S that you can play those games remastered.
Yeah, but if you talk to Crusader, like they're keeping it at 720p on the Xbox version, whereas they're updating it for the PlayStation version, and the backwards compat versions, they're full of hackers.
That is true.
Whereas the ports for PlayStation, they're going to be on new servers that haven't been hacked yet.
That is true. That
part
is correct.
When you add that in.
Yeah, when you add that in, they messed up. You done effed up, Microsoft. That part they need to correct. And I saw even Jazz, I think, did. I don't know if he wrote a piece on it, but he spoke on it. So you're right about that.
Yeah, he made a piece on it, and he used Crusader's tweet as.
He sure did. Yeah, Crusader lets us know. He'll be like, "Oh, they get an article on me." So yeah, I'm paying attention to it. But yeah, that actually did happen. You're right. And that part that Microsoft has to get over, like, why do you keep trying to give your fans less? I don't understand this. It should never be even perception that happens.
They're porting 2 of the best Call of Duty games onto PS4 and PS5, and yet they're giving Vanguard on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Do they really hate their fans that much?
Yeah. And many people complained, actually, when they saw it was Vanguard. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to add all... Like, that was the thing, right? Is they're adding, like, all of them one each month or some shit, right?
Yeah, and these ports, they have all the DLC included, too. Like, they're not being, like, taken off or taken away.
Yeah,
What's the DLC? Just, like, maps or something? Multiplayer maps?
Yeah, there were multiplayer maps, and you still have to buy them separately on the Xbox, which is another complaint.
Yeah, that's weird. Like stuff like that, Microsoft has to get ahead of. I don't know why that keeps happening with them. It's like some constant rake stepping competition or something. Anyway, that said, let's move to the major topic of the day of the doom and gloom. Is it doom and gloom? So I will read this, and then Danny, I want to let you cook because I know you got something to get off your chest on that. Then Crusader, Assassin, you can give your thoughts on it too. Shout out to Crusader, by the way, who could not be with us tonight. Bloomberg, several Xbox studios are in negotiations to avoid closure. This is from Gematsu, but obviously relaying Bloomberg's messaging from Jason Schreier. Double Fine, Compulsion Games, Double Fine Productions, Ninja Theory, and others may soon close or go independent. Dun, dun, dun. Several studios within Xbox are in active negotiations to spin off from the company to avoid closure, including Compulsion Games, Double Fine, Ninja Theory, according to a Bloomberg report by Jason Schreier, citing people familiar with the company's plans. A separate report by The Verge cites sources claiming staffers at Ninja Theory were informed of the studio's closure today, which they weren't,
by the way.
Oh, they come out that they weren't informed.
Jason Schreier said they weren't.
Oh, okay, got you. Wow. Though the studio is hoping to find a buyer, Ninja Theory just announced a new game, Senua, during the Xbox Game Showcase 2026 earlier this month. Kotaku also reported earlier today that Xbox was planning to shut down Compulsion Games, but later updated its story to note that the studio leadership was in negotiations with Xbox, the details of which were not disclosed. While the studios may have the opportunity to buy themselves back and operate independently, the move could still result in significant job losses, according to Bloomberg's report. On Bluesky, Schreier added that Compulsion Games, Double Fine Production, and Ninja Theory are the only studios at risk of closure, and that layoffs are not planned until after the end of Microsoft's fiscal year on June 30th. Last week, Xbox CEO Asha Sharma published a memo called Next 100 Days Xbox Reset, hinting at incoming layoffs at the company's plan to reset for a stronger Xbox. The memo noted that costs are increasing due to the ongoing component crisis and that the company's current studio system is overextended, which I think we can all agree that is the case.
Yeah, for sure.
And lastly, earlier today, Xbox Game Studios head Craig Duncan announced that he will step down from his role. According to Bloomberg's report, Duncan's decision was made last week, just ahead of the planned layoffs. We also had, I believe, Louise O'Connor, who left as well. They didn't put this here, but that also happened. That concerned me because it was like you were just the head of Xbox Gaming, right?
Yeah. Well, he was also
Game Studios, should I say.
Yeah, he was also one of the people really heavily pushing for the multi-platform push. So.
Oh yeah, look at all the people that they got rid of. The people that were pushing for the multi-platform push, the strategy.
I mean, yeah, he's probably feeling pretty some kind of way.
I would also imagine there might be some layoffs happening at Rare, Would you think that might be the case? Because
I mean, layoffs could happen literally anywhere at any. Like, there's not a single studio that I think is immune from having people let go.
Right.
So
yeah, I mentioned Rare specifically because, as many may know, Duncan was a studio head at Rare, and I feel almost maybe this conspiracy theorist in me, but I was thinking that maybe he left because he didn't like the direction he knew they were about to go. So they're like, nah, I'm out. Like, damn this, I'm not going to sit here and be a part of this when you're about to lay off people, right? I'm thinking that might be the case. But
they've done huge layoffs for the many years that he's worked there. I don't know that that's for sure going to be the case this time. You know what I mean?
Might be right.
I don't know why this one would be different for him.
Yeah, just speculation.
Probably because the last ones didn't include. Well, was anyone laid off at Rare whenever WoW was canceled, or was it just?
I mean, probably
cancellation.
I'd have to look
tell you off the
it.
top of my head.
Yeah,
but I would be surprised if no one from Rare was ever laid off during their multiple waves of layoffs that Microsoft has had over the last how many years.
Yeah, because I was going to say Rare has nothing but Sea of Thieves in the pipeline with Everwild being canceled. I would imagine that they have a different project.
I'm sure, but
I can't imagine that they'd be happy just being a Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves studio forever.
Yeah, well, but the other, unfortunately or fortunately, I guess depending on how you look at it, Sea of Thieves is one of the games at Xbox that does consistently make money. So I don't fucking know, man.
Joe, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, we got a rumor coming in that it's coming to Switch 2 either this year or next. So
I 100% believe that for sure.
Like, hey, Rare's coming back to a Nintendo platform after
no reason not to. I mean, it's already on PlayStation and it sold really well on PlayStation. I bet it would sell really well on Switch too, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah, like those are the type of games that I agree that Microsoft should put everywhere, like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Like Forza Horizon, as much as I hate to say it.
It's a good game. Play it. Anyway.
So yeah. So I'll let you go ahead and on this though, Danny, and get your thoughts out because we had I could pull up a video for it, but basically we had kind of funny. Yeah. Kind of funny. Spoke on it, and they gave their thoughts. What's your thoughts about that outburst that you heard and everything? What's your thoughts?
It's really disappointing to me. So let me speak first on the layoffs themselves because I don't want to just like immediately, sort of redirect to this other thing. Ironically, a thing that I think he does in his argument. So I want to make sure I'm not also doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Two things that I want to make absolutely clear. Layoffs are terrible. This layoff there will be layoffs. 100% there will be layoffs. We don't know the numbers, but it's not going to be good, and we're all going to be really pissed. And I'm already pissed, but I'm saving most of my being pissed for when it actually happens because I find it very hard to be pissed at a nebulous sort of layoffs may happen somewhere and we don't really know. You know what I mean? Like it's a real I attack the darkness kind of moment. I don't know where to direct my anger. But I also want to make it very clear that I think it is really, really upsetting. The thing about this that upsets me the most right now, and give it a week when we find out what studios or whatever are getting shut down, and I will be more pissed about that. But right now, the thing that pisses me off so much is these people, IGN, Kotaku, whoever, putting out articles that say this studio has been closed down, where they're like, Compulsion has been closed down, Ninja Theory has been closed down, not maybe closed down, may not is in talks to be closed down, which is true. Those conversations are happening, but per Jason Schreier, nobody has gotten a shutdown notice as of yet, right? And it is incredibly damaging and hurtful to the people who work in those studios to hear from IGN, a news rag that for some reason people still think of as like worth paying attention to, just fully lying about this. I understand that like the likelihood that Xbox shuts down studios is pretty high, and it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be bad. Throwing out these things beforehand is just making everything worse. It's just making the confusion and the anger and the being pissed off so much worse for everyone. It is causing so much anxiety for the fans, for the people in the studios, everybody. Don't do it. A real journalist would not do this. Video game journalists should not be able to get away with just fully lying and writing articles. And then in the body of the article, even sometimes in there, they're like, they haven't been shut down yet. But the headline says, Compulsion Games has been shut down. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, that's not an okay thing to put out there. Like, these are people's lives that we're talking about, and you're gonna put this thing up on IGN, and then like their parents are gonna fucking call them and be like, did you just get laid off? And the answer is no, but maybe soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking bullshit. And on top of that, there's also this like, maybe it's because Xbox like hadn't fucked up for a couple of months. You know what I mean? But it seems like there are so many people who are just so fucking giddy to finally have another thing to write a hate piece about Xbox about. You know what I mean? There's all of these articles that are just popping up and just fully lying about other shit. There's like people are quoting or not quoting, but they're linking to an interview that Matthew Ball did and being like, he said that they're only going to focus on their big IP and that they're moving away from small productions, which he didn't fucking say. He does not say in that interview. I watched it twice. Somebody else wrote a transcript of what was said. They're not a transcript, but like summarized what was said there and just mischaracterized all the shit that he said. And that's where that quote is coming from, is a fully fake thing. People are saying that Matthew Ball said that he wanted to put ads in video games. No, he doesn't. That's not true. He's come out and had to specifically say that he didn't say that, despite the fact that the quote that people are using for that is from months ago when he didn't even work at Xbox and was a joke he said about Death Stranding, a game from years ago. Because people just see the headline that IGN writes intentionally to inflame things, to get clicks and to piss people off because hate gets clicks. And that's all that they see. They don't bother reading it. So now they think that this is true and it's not. Right? Or like there was a thing where people were like, oh, Satya Nadella wants to more heavily monetize their games. That's not true either. He made a joke about how their games are more monetized on YouTube. He didn't say that as a bad thing. He didn't say that he wanted to do more. He was specifically just saying, yeah, YouTube does a lot of like crazy ads, right? That was the only thing he said, right? You got I probably shouldn't be like name dropping people, but I'm gonna because I'm fucking pissed off. You've got people like Jeff Gerstmann coming out here and being like, "Well, I heard that they're only that they made Gears exclusive so that when it fails, they can make it multiplayer again, so that they have a justification for doing it." And it's like they don't need a fucking justification. They've been doing it for every game that they've put out the last 2 years. They don't need to do that. I don't know who told you this or why you're spreading this. It's clearly fucking not true. It could not possibly be less true. And you have been in the industry, writing about the industry for like, I want to say 30 years. That feels maybe not accurate, but a long fucking time. You should know better. You should know better than to do shit like this, right? To just fully put shit out there, knowing that you're a voice that people listen to, and just fucking lie to people. Just absolutely fucking stir up bullshit because you need more hate. Because there's not enough fucking hate in the world. You've got to come up with new shit that wasn't said, or take a quote and completely mischaracterize it so that you can get more hate. As if the fact that there's going to be layoffs at these studios is not bad enough. Now we have to make up a whole bunch of other bullshit out of fucking nowhere. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then even more so on top of that, there's these other people who are using it as an opportunity to do fanboy shit. Oh no. Did my Wi-Fi go down? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay, sorry. Something just like went black. Okay, we're good. Okay, but the people who are using this for fanboy bullshit, like Greg Miller at Kinda Funny, this was the thing that pissed me off the most because I have at least up until now, and maybe I'll go back to having more respect for him later, but up until now had a lot of respect for Greg Miller. I've watched Kinda Funny and him even before that, even on Podcast Beyond, for a decade plus, like a really long time. You know what I mean? Like I've been a fan of him for a long time because even though I disagree with a lot of his takes about like what games are good or whatever, like he thinks Peace Walker is the best Metal Gear game, which is a crazy thing to say. But like, you know, despite that, like I have enjoyed watching his content for a very long time. But since the second that Phil Spencer retired, for some reason, he has just gone off the deep end of just fanboy bullshit. And he's not the only one. I don't necessarily mean to solo him out, but it's just like from the content that I engage with, he's the most notable person and the most upsetting person to be doing it. Where he hears this news, which is currently all rumors. Nothing has occurred yet. And he goes on this entire tirade about where he doesn't even really mention the fact that the studios might get closed or that the layoffs, that people might lose their jobs. He barely mentions that, and instead barrels immediately into fanboy bullshit about this is why they shouldn't have exclusives. This is why Xbox doesn't deserve exclusives, because, oh, you can't even sell consoles because everything's so expensive. And then he blames Xbox for making consoles expensive. And I'm like, every console's expensive. Are you saying that Microsoft, because they are one of the like hundreds of companies opening data centers, that it's exclusively their fault that everything is fucked right now? Because it's not. It's not. I'm sorry, but there is no argument you could possibly make where it is Xbox's fault that PlayStation has shut down 8 studios in 6 years, or that they've raised their prices $200 on the PS5 Pro, or any of the terrible things that they've done, that they've made this decision to switch into live service and then completely botched that entire decision. You can't make the argument that that is Xbox's fault. And yet that's what he's trying to do, is he's using the opportunity of this outrage about something completely justified to be outraged about, and misdirecting that hate fucking jujitsu style into being like, and that's why PlayStation did nothing wrong because it was all Xbox's fault. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's not okay. That's not like, you are a respected and listened to person in this community, in the video game community, and you talking like this is ridiculous. The fact that your response to them doing layoffs is like, and they shouldn't have exclusives, they should just become a third-party publisher. And it's like, okay, are you going to say that when PlayStation has layoffs? Because they've already done it a couple of times, and they're probably going to do it again. We've got rumors that they're about to do it for fucking Bungie again. Should they go third party? Are you mad that they're pulling out a PC? Because hey, guess what? I listened to all of your content up until now, and you fucking didn't. You actually thought that was a good idea. So what's different here? Oh, it's not your box. That's what's different. Fucking ridiculous. And he's not the only one doing it. He's not the only one doing it, but it's just such a bad look when it's like, oh, and what else happened at Kind of Funny earlier this year? Fucking Blessing talking shit to Jez Corden because he got an interview that they didn't get, I guess.
I've gone on record many times, by the way. I cannot stand Blessing at all.
Or like cheering and jumping up and down when Forza went to PlayStation and screaming, "We won!" Like, but you want to present yourself as a not a fanboy, as an impartial observer, even though every fucking time, and I've really enjoyed their content otherwise, because I think that they're really fun people. I mean, but like, you present yourself as this equal opportunity place. You like, you're not fanboys, you're not this, and then every fucking time that a story comes up that isn't PlayStation, if it's Nintendo or PC, and especially if it's Xbox, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know the games, you don't know the company, you don't know the community, and you speak as though you do because the people in your community are all PlayStation people, so they don't know better either. So you end up in this echo chamber of just bullshit, where you then, I guess, think it's okay to vampire the hate of people losing their jobs into being like, and that's why fanboy shit. And it's like,
it doesn't help that whenever I watch Kind of Funny, like, whenever they're all together on a panel, it seems like to me, and this may just be my opinion, but it always seems to me that Greg always seems to be at odds with Snowbike Mike, the Xbox guy.
He is often at odds with him. And Paris is often kind of left kind of sitting there because of it. Yeah.
Anytime that Mike has ever said anything what Microsoft should do or what Xbox should do, which is basically what I've been saying, is go back to exclusives, focus on your community, focus on fixing everything. Mm-hmm. It seems like Greg is like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Like this, it's just like, Greg, like, you don't, to me, it seems like you're not as invested in the Xbox ecosystem as Mike is. So why are you telling Mike what you think Microsoft should do? Right. Like, you don't see him telling you what Sony should do for PlayStation. Like, let the man, let the man actually cook.
And like, Snowbike Mike knows what he's talking about when they let him talk. But a lot of the time he gets either spoken over, or he's more of like, he's just like a nicer
kind
guy,
of MC.
I think.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times he'll be like,
whenever he had that presentation of how I would fix Xbox, the two people that jumped on him first.
Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started. Because they do the Xbox one, and they have a lot of, frankly, fair and justifiable things to say about Xbox and how they need to do better. Because Xbox, not doing great. That's not a secret. I'm not out, like, don't get me wrong. me coming out here and being like, I don't like that you're being a fanboy about that. It's not me trying to defend Microsoft. Microsoft is fucking up super fucking hard, and it pisses me off. When we see who is getting laid off and what studios are getting closed, I'm gonna kick off. I'm gonna be fucking livid. The only reason that I'm more mad about this right now than that is because that hasn't happened yet. I'm storing that up, fucking Kamehameha Spirit Bomb style, until it actually happens, and then I'm gonna explode. But right now, I'm looking at this, and yes, when they did the Xbox, so Stoneback Mike sort of led that, and he does this thing about like how we can improve it, how we can make Xbox better. And he says a lot of things that are fair. I don't agree with 100% of it, but a lot of it makes sense. It's well spoken for the most part. And then these other people jump on him and they're like, oh, they should do this other thing instead. And it's like, okay, whatever. We're having a discussion. That's bad, sure. Doesn't piss me off that much. What does piss me off is that they were like, oh, well, to hold up the illusion of being fair to other platforms, we're also going to do one for Nintendo and we're going to do one for PlayStation. And I didn't listen to the Nintendo one because the PlayStation one came out first and pissed me off so fucking bad because they spend the first like 20 to 30 minutes just being like, PlayStation doesn't need to change anything. PlayStation's doing great. After they just laid off Bluepoint, like shut down Bluepoint like a month ago. Like we're 8 studios deep on PlayStation. If you like, I don't want to come out here and do fucking whataboutism. Every single person is fucking up right now except Nintendo.
And that's the thing, right?
The only team that you can point at and be like they're doing okay
is Nintendo.
Give it time, Danny. Give it time.
No, Nintendo has a way that they price themselves, and they also like their CEOs take cuts to make sure they're good. But just to throw it out there, I agree with everything you guys said, and the double standard is obvious, and there's nothing wrong with calling it out. It's not even a matter of like whataboutism. It's a matter of injustice. When anything injustice happens in the world in general, and you call it out, anybody's going to try to smear you with, oh, you're just using a race card, for instance, right? Or here you're just being a console warrior. That's the argument they use to dismiss you. But what you're saying is absolutely valid, and I don't dislike Greg Miller, I really don't. But
he seems like a really nice guy.
He does.
Like, whenever he talks about like politics or real world shit, I agree with him 100% of the time because he's a good person.
Agreed.
However, he's not handling this well at all. Yeah. And it's really upsetting to me as a person who really likes him.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing, because he will often put his foot in his mouth when it comes to these types of things. But like you're right, I agree with his politics. I agree that I think he's a decent person. But you're not wrong. It's the fact that how he speaks so bullishly, and then he's like way off base, right? And it's like, yo, what are you saying here? Because you don't have that same energy when it's Sony. We know they don't, right? And I'm not even trying to make it like, oh, you're just a fanboy for Sony or anything, but you just don't carry yourself the same way. And I watched that clip. People posted it to me. They're like, oh, check this out. Check out Paris' reaction. And poor Paris is sat there kind of, he has a good relationship with Xbox.
And I was honestly disappointed in him not saying anything.
He says some stuff later. It's not in that clip, but in the full thing, he does say some stuff. Yeah. But it shouldn't be Paris' responsibility to have to be the fucking parent in the room, to be the adult in the room during the situations where people are losing their fucking jobs.
I agree.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's frankly ridiculous. And like, I don't know, man.
No, I agree with you. He shouldn't have to be that dude, but he's always left like that. And it's I don't want to all love to Paris, but I do often laugh because it's like I've seen it happen to him multiple times, and he's kind of just like he has to sit there like straight face, like as all of this is happening, and they're all just going off on Microsoft, and he's kind of like the odd man out because he know the relationship with Microsoft he has,
The fact that the clip that they chose to put out about these layoffs is not them saying it's terrible that these layoffs are happening or that these studios might get closed, that it is instead Greg Miller going on a rant about how Xbox should not have exclusives and should not have hardware is like, that says everything you need to know. That says everything you need to know. That is what they're focused on in this moment and not people losing their fucking jobs. Mm-hmm. And I know that he's just speaking because he's super pissed. I get that he's, not speaking 100% with like fully thought out things because he's very upset. I get that. But he's been doing this for like what, 20 plus years? Mm-hmm. Like,
conduct yourself better. You've been doing
I know that you've got better media training than that. Like, I'm an asshole and I'm fucking stupid and I say stupid shit all the fucking time and I get called out for it all the fucking time and you're right to do it and continue to do that. Okay?
Call him out, y'all.
I've been doing this for like 2 years. So it's not exactly the same fucking thing.
You say they're tenured. They're tenured with theirs, you're saying.
And our audience is like, what, 1,500 people? And theirs is, I think it's like 500,000 or some shit?
Yeah.
like subscriber count on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's not the same conversation.
With great power
You know what I mean?
comes great responsibility. Essentially,
there is an aspect of that. Like if you have an audience, it is your responsibility to present yourself or at least present the information in a way that isn't bullshit. But clearly I mean, look, Greg Miller, far from the worst offender of that. Like, look at all of the like real world political shit going on right now. Like fucking dwarfs this bullshit by a million degrees.
Oh yeah.
So I don't even want to fucking. But it's just like, you know, this is a video game podcast. So
for sure.
That's why we're talking about it.
I want to give a shout out to Spartan really quick. Shout out to Spartan 6616. Well, 616. How about that? Spartan. I'm just going to call you Spartan. I hate the numbers. We leave numbers back like in high school. Like I'm 008. Anyway, shout out to my brother Spartan, who has been a great community member. I've seen him on multiple channels donating his time and his money, to be fair, to the cause. Tried and true Xbox fan, great guy. Thank you very much. He gave us 5 gift memberships right here. He gifted 5 memberships rather for the channel. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Anyone who got something from him, please, as far as memberships, give Spartan a thank you as well. Thank you, brother. Arcane had said something here. He says, kind of funny are some of the most bought and paid for games journalists, hands down. The amount of sponsorships from gaming publishers they take should automatically disqualify many of their opinions. Suffice to say, I don't like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great look. I wouldn't say they're the worst at it.
Yeah.
And you know, and I've really enjoyed their content. I think they have great personalities. I think that they have a good quality product. But it's just that, like, man, even when they had like an individual Xbox podcast, it was just like, even then you put Gary on it, and Gary is just like such a nihilist that every time a story comes up about Xbox, he's gonna downplay it. So it doesn't, like,
Gary is actually hilarious to me too, because he's one of the people I was
Gary.
talking about that when he's there, Paris is trapped, and because Gary is just going off saying whatever he wants to say, and Paris is kind of like, yeah. Gary has no filter whatsoever.
Said that anyone that was fooled by the "This is an Xbox" campaign was a. He didn't say idiot, but he said something similar of that vein, and then Paris.
Yeah.
Went to the side for a moment.
Yeah.
So I was like, Gary.
Gary has no filter
panel,
whatsoever.
Right? Do you want to know who you're talking to?
Yeah, he'll say some things, and I'll be like, damn, like you don't see Paris right the way you talk.
Yeah.
And he will leave him awkwardly.
And I do think that a lot of their like PlayStation one-sidedness comes from a place of ignorance. Like, the only person on staff there that pays attention to Xbox basically at fucking all is Snowbike Mike, and I love him, but he's not exactly like a journalist. He's like a streamer. He's a fun personality that we like hanging out with. But he's not the one who's going to be there and present like this super verbose, like, great argument. That's not who he is. He's the hype man. He's the master of hype. Snowbike Mike. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, man. When you made that presentation a few months ago,
he did really well.
Yeah,
he did really very well.
Shout out to Snowbike Mike, by the way, who follows me and vice versa. Snowbike Mike, actually.
Snowbike Mike, yeah. When it comes to kind of funny, like it's not the organization that I follow. It's the people that's in it. Like Snowbike Mike, like I have not gamed on Xbox in a good year and a half. But I love Mike's energy. I love how passionate he is about Xbox, and
he's a
how
good dude.
He said he would fix Xbox pretty much matches up with what I have said this past couple of years.
Snowbike Mike has actually good energy when it
business-wise.
comes to that. Mind you, he used to come to our spaces we held on Twitter. Like, Mike is actually down for the community. I will give him that. But he often, like you said, gets overshadowed. I agree with you when it comes to that. They kind of quiet him down while they shout over him. I have noticed that.
And you don't have to look any further, weirdly, than kind of feudy to see how like ignorant they are to PlayStation things and how one-sided their audience is. Where every time there's a question where it's like, what is the worst whatever? 1, 2, and 3 are going to be something Xbox, and what is the best whatever? 1, 2, or 3 are going to be PlayStation things. And then they do that one game where it's like you got to mash up 2 games to create a title. And example that he gives every time is something about like going through top-down quarters while defending the Earth from alien invasion, and the defending the Earth from alien invasion part is supposed to be Gears of War. The answer is Metal Gears of War, and it's like, okay, if you had played Gears of War, and I understand why you would make the mistake if you hadn't played them. Right. But you're a fucking games journalist. Maybe don't use this example, because you would know Gears of War doesn't take place on Earth, and they're not fucking aliens.
Right, Planet Sarah. That's right.
Yeah.
Another donation, by the way, from Spartan. Thank you again, brother. He gives another 5 membership donations. Thank you, man.
Yeah. How is it that I criticize PlayStation more than the guys at Kind of Funny? Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Well, and it's weird, and it's so fucking funny looking at all of these people, not just Kind of Funny. I don't want to just completely dogpile on them because it's a lot of fucking people doing this. Honestly, IGN putting out an article that's like, this studio has been closed when those people are still going to work tomorrow is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But just like the number of people,
and Ryan McCaffrey acting concerned about the whole exclusives thing. I was like, my brother in Christ, aren't you the Xbox guy? Why are you even...
He's the guy who was mad at Xbox for getting Tomb Raider as a time exclusive
that.
when PlayStation was doing it left, right, and center. Because he can't. He is. I don't know what.
Okay,
that dude's
now
deal is.
regarding the Tomb Raider thing, the thing about that is I understand why, because it's a sequel.
He's a idiot.
Well, no, it's because Rise of the Tomb Raider was a sequel to a game that was multi-plat, so it made no sense to make that exclusive. On the other hand, I don't understand why those same journalists weren't as angry when Street Fighter V was exclusive to PlayStation.
Well, hey, what about
that? Is a sequel.
Well, what about Final Fantasy VII Remake?
All right, what about that? Which had advertisement to come to Xbox. See,
Well,
Ryan, he got in hot water because
that
he
is-
championed
that is so
that, but
stupid.
condemned Xbox for Tomb Raider. That's why he was in hot water, because it was directly
I mean,
hypocritical.
if Final Fantasy Remake launched everywhere and then Rebirth was PlayStation exclusive, then yeah, like I would completely agree. Like that is
No, the first
that's
one was
unacceptable.
announced, mind you. The first one was announced to become an Xbox, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
Right, and it's also this thing where, because the hate campaign for Xbox from these people started even before the leaks of or rumors or whatever you want to call it of these layoffs, which are almost certainly going to happen. I say rumors because it hasn't happened yet and we don't know the numbers, but there are going to be layoffs. I'm not saying that there won't be. But started even before that. They started the fucking second Astro came out on stage, you know what I mean, came out and said that Gears of War was going to be a console exclusive. The second she said that, the hate campaign started up again because they had to run back all the times that they said E-Day looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have to come up with reasons for why it sucks and why it's the end of the franchise and why it'll never make its money back. And they got to come up with this story about how it cost $400 million and not acknowledge the fact that it's also being used as a fucking tech demo for Unreal Engine.
Right.
So that's why it costs that much. And it's like, or the fact that that's not even that crazy of a price for big AAA games anymore.
Yeah, true. It's about the norm. By the way, to that point, you're right. And shout out to Funds. Shout out to Lord Addict from the Iron Lords. They both came to their own realization on their own time. And both of them were staunchly against the whole Xbox tax thing. Danny, me and you have been on that for a while. We acknowledge that it's there. We don't go to know like, oh, that's a cabal, because people try to write you off when you say it. Like, oh, you think they're all getting together? No. There's a bias there. That unconscious bias is what presents itself.
It's the people who are in the game space. You can genuinely, you can just look at the list of people who are allowed to vote on the Game Awards, and it's unfortunate that it worked out that way. They're all friends. They all talk to each other, and they all have a lot of the same opinions. And a lot of those opinions, it's not malicious. They're not doing it on purpose, but they push the people who they have similar ideas with, and a lot of those ideas are PlayStation good, Xbox bad. That's how it's been for a long time.
That's it.
I've been following the games industry for a long time as a fucking nerd, and so I've known it. I've seen it a long time. But it is so obvious that my friends who play like a game a year or 2 games a year and then are replaying old ones, they know that shit exists, and I didn't tell them about it. See, they look at the review scores for new Xbox game and they're like, oh, but it's really like 10 points higher, right? They say that to me apropos of dick ass shit. I didn't say nothing.
And that's funny, but like that to that point though, like you said, it's not like they're like we're going to downgrade Xbox. No one is thinking that, but they have a bias that presents itself whether they acknowledge it or not. And every time, even when there's positive Xbox news, they have to throw in a little jab somehow, right? There has to be something. And even now, when Xbox is doing what people were saying they should do and have some exclusives, now they do it, and that's bad too. So Fonz had to speak out on it, and he acknowledged it on his show, and Addict admitted it too.
They don't have consoles. Fuck off. What do you mean? It's going on PC too. Like, it's not that exclusive.
Exactly. But I guess to
You just don't like the fact that it's not going to your plastic box. Like that's
the cover at this club is like $5, and there's no dress code. Okay, there's
right.
What are we talking about?
Oh, so by the way, it's Finn. Said. By the way, shout out to Abdel. I saw you, brother, and Sin, and I see you all. Shout out to everyone who came in. By the way, it's Finn says that Jez just said that Gears doesn't even cost $400 million. He said on a recent Xbox 2 podcast. Shout out to Jez and Rand. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I thought this too because I saw the reporting that it cost $400 million, and I was trying to backtrack it to find where the original quote came from, and it was a lot of just like trust me bro shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, what's your source? I made it up.
The same by the way for South of Midnight. That was kind of a trust me bro too, where people said it was $100 million to make that.
I was gonna say, because like you're telling me that Gears of War E-Day costs $100 million more than Spider-Man 2, which is a licensed game. Are you serious? Like that doesn't make any sense.
I would believe that they're about the same though. Like I do think Gears of War. I guarantee that Gears of War E-Day is a super expensive game. I don't doubt that for a second. It's a showpiece for Unreal Engine. They're pushing that. Plus the amount of time that it's taken them to make it. Granted, they've been spending a lot of their time helping out other studios and shit. But like, you know, if you count in just wages, like I get why that number is big. But 400's like, it's not crazy. Like video games cost that much now. A lot of the big triple, like fucking Grand Theft Auto's $2 billion plus. You know what I mean? Like shit's expensive today. But yeah, it did feel a little weird. Yeah,
just a bit. But on the whole point, because Arcane was asking, did we really go into depth on it about the closures? Now, the closure situation is what it is. You have Jason Schreier speaking on it. If Schreier is speaking to it, he has the knowledge, right? I think everybody's in agreement. Once he starts speaking out, he has it on lock.
He's a little smarmy, but there's one thing you can say about him is he doesn't fucking lie.
Yeah, he's smarmy for sure.
He doesn't lie for profit. Usually, whenever he says something, it's usually proven right within 6 months to.
That's true. And so
the man knows, like him or not, he knows what he's talking about.
Indeed. Now, so to that point, we had to go and I guess break it down what that means, because it doesn't necessarily mean that these studios are going to be closed. Right, no. Danny, you want to elaborate because you had a saliently handled it earlier when you were speaking.
The conversation as presented by Jason Schreier was that they are talking to these studios, and there is the risk that they will be shut down. The ones that he names, I think we've named all of them, but it's Double Fine, it's Compulsion, it's fucking Ninja Theory, and it's Arcane Leon. I think those are the only 4 that have been named. But Jason Schreier does say like it could be more, but when he says that, he didn't mention Arcane Leon, so that could be the more. I don't know. Everything's up in the air right now. However, as reported by Jason Schreier, who is probably the most credible person reporting on this right now, he is saying that the conversation for these studios is, you don't make money, how can we make you make money? And if the answer is we can't, then the question is, okay, well then do we need to shut you down, or can we sell you, or can we spin you off? That's what that conversation is. So there is a version of this conversation where some of these studios, like, and I don't even know if this is a good thing either, but like they could go to a Double Fine and be like, hey, what if you just like made Psychonauts 3 instead of Keeper 2? You know what I mean? And that could be something that they would feel more confident in financially. Or they could look at Ninja Theory, and they were like, it could be like, hey guys, and to be fair, I hate speculating on which studios are going to get shut down, but it does seem like Ninja Theory is the most fucked one, just based on what people are saying. So I don't know. But like, you could go to Ninja Theory and be like, well, you guys do the mocap. What if we more properly utilized your mocap shit for other studios, and then that would justify your cost a little bit more? Like it could. Those are parts of the conversation. Does that mean that these studios will not be closed down? No. In fact, I am a little bit of a pessimist. I really think that probably there's going to be studio closures. I'm just
being a realist.
Shit.
Yeah, you're just being a realist.
I'm letting you know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But when you see these articles of people being like, this studio has already been shut down, these 5 studios are going to get shut down, like definitively are going to get shut down, which is what a lot of the fucking headlines are. That is not true. That is 4 clicks, and it's bullshit. And it's doing a lot of damage to the people at those studios. I personally know somebody who works at one of these studios who is like, to my knowledge, we're not getting shut down. And it's just like, clearly that conversation is still ongoing, because the original thing we heard is that the layoffs were going to be next month. So these conversations are happening now, but we're not going to find anything out for weeks.
Yep.
Minimum. Even Jason Schreier is like, we're not going to know. I think he said like 4 weeks.
To the 30th, I think he said, more or less.
Knowing Microsoft, they're going to announce it on my birthday, literally July 7th.
When's your birthday?
You just wanted to promote your birthday.
Yeah, Microsoft is going to give me layoffs. Like, are you
my God. Honestly,
they did the same thing last year with Perfect Dark and Everwild, and I'm like, this is the shittiest
nice
birthday
subtle mention of your birthday there, Assassin. Nice, I see how you did that.
I'm the type of guy that doesn't want anything for my birthday. If there is a birthday wish, God, if you're up there, my birthday wish, for the love of God, I don't care how they figure it out. I don't care if they turn Ninja Theory, Double Fine into support studios. I don't care how they do it. Just let them live. If they're independent, if they're support studios, let them fucking live.
Amen.
Please, I'm begging you, God.
So I wanted to read this really quick.
For my birthday.
I wanted to read these two different things. I'm with you.
Go.
So a new report, by the way, was, well, two things. I'll read this one on the screen for now. So a report, multiple studios in active negotiations with Microsoft to avoid closure, to Danny's point he was reading a moment ago, or saying rather. So Xbox is closing down Ninja Theory, it's saying here, the studio behind Hellblade series, and the source tells The Verge. Staffers were told on a call on Monday about the closure, but they are hoping the studio will find a buyer. So Jason Schreier posts that several studios, including blah, 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 lots of blah, 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 and now he goes into detail here. There are not only the 3 Xbox studios at risk of closure, but there's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding the company's plans. More to come in the next few days and weeks. Safe to say the Xbox of July will look drastically different than the Xbox of June. He said this on Bluesky. And then he said, no, the layoffs are happening after the end of the fiscal year on June 30th. Right now, information is being disseminated to the studios and leaking out, and plans are being finalized. So to that point, there was a mention, or at least a rumor that, or report rather, that Xbox had already planned to close Ninja Theory despite them showing off Senua at the showcase.
Yeah.
What's you guys' thoughts on that?
The argument for it was that they were showing off Senua to try to build up hype in order to make it easier to sell Ninja Theory.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could make sense, but for me it hits the same way as they're making Gears of War exclusive so that it will fail, so that they can justify, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that sounds silly.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. I'm not saying, and they very well may end up selling Ninja Theory. I think that that's a studio that if they didn't see the ability to make money off of it, I think that is a studio that somebody else would see the potential in. I could see that. So me saying that I don't believe this rumor is not me saying that I don't think the studio will be closed down. What I'm saying is, just because it's incredibly fucking stupid that they would show a new game from Ninja Theory and then shut them down like a month later, doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it. Like,
true.
They're fucking stupid sometimes.
They've done some dumb things. That's true.
They're dumb as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they let Tango Gameworks slip through their fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least that one they sold off.
Yeah, that's the thing I look at in terms of that that we do have history to look back at. Tango is one of them.
Toys for Bob just said
Toys for Bob is another.
Great.
Exactly.
If they want to let Double Fine go independent again and just keep publishing their stuff like they're doing with Toys for Bob, honestly, that I would be more happy. I would be pretty happy with that. I think that it was always kind of a weird pickup for them. Yeah. Frankly.
That to me would be the best outcome, right? If they can divest and allow them to have their own independence. Because as we were speaking about on Discord, shout out to the GCP Discord with Kaosanti and Everborn and all the fellas. One of the things we were talking about when it comes to divestment and why it will be cost effective for Microsoft is with doing that and allowing them to get their independence, they don't have to worry about paying for other costs, right? That's what racks the stuff up is the length of years and time the people working on it, and they have to take care of insurance and things of that nature, right? So if
they don't have to pay the wages,
they don't have to do that.
Rent on the space,
exactly,
and those are just the biggest two expenditures. They can just publish the game and let Tim Schafer, if it's Double Fine, figure it out.
Yep, exactly.
And he's got a lot of experience figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
But frankly, I think Double Fine would be better off independent. And
I think so
thought
too.
that for a while.
Yeah.
And so,
to be fair, it did always feel like they were the odd studio out to be
weird.
brought in.
It was always weird.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I love Double Fine, but yeah,
they're great. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I understand why someone would want them in terms of like
diversity and such.
Industry, but in terms of like a business thing, like I don't think their games have ever really made money.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about
I love
selling
them.
Double Fine to anybody, I think they would actually be a great fit with Devolver Digital, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think,
I can see
honestly,
that.
if
Actually, that's a
they-
good point. I can see that actually working pretty well.
It's possible. I think that the most likely Double Fine scenario, if they ended up getting, removed from Xbox in a not getting shut down sort of way, which I don't think they would shut. Double Fine feels like the most safe from closure, because the PR back of shutting them down would be a goddamn.
I think losing them just as a first party studio would be just as bad.
No, not necessarily. I think if Double Fine is still making games and those games are still coming to Xbox, like, you're probably fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I also
fair.
don't think that Double Fine games, while I love them, I don't necessarily think that they're one that like is going to sell an Xbox. You know what I mean? Like Psychonauts 3, I don't think is selling an Xbox.
Yeah, but then
Even-
again, you can make the same statement with Media Molecule at PlayStation. Like, their games would never sell a PlayStation, so why couldn't Double Fine do the same?
The difference for me in terms of like the future of those studios is one of them has Tim Schafer and a ton of like positive vibes towards them, whereas Media Molecule like hasn't really done anything in a while.
Yeah, they haven't.
So,
The last game that they made was Dreams. I don't know how that studio. And again, I don't like
they're probably doing
speculating
support
as
or
to why
something.
studios
I'm
don't.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to shut down.
They have some blackmail on Herman Holst. I get the feeling. Like, come on, like, they've got something.
I don't know. Double Fine feels like the safest, and that doesn't mean we'll stay with Xbox, but just I feel like they're the safest of not getting shut down, just because they are the Tim Schafer. Literally, just because they're the Tim Schafer.
Legendarily backed by Tim Schafer.
Well, what you said earlier,
Yeah.
Danny, like what you said earlier, how Jason Schreier worded it. How can we turn you into a studio that can give us money? With you saying that honestly gives me some hope for Arcane Leon, because as much as Blade is not well known, or he is well known, but he doesn't make as much. He wouldn't make as much money as Spider-Man.
Well, nobody
Sure.
would.
But it is a Marvel
necessarily,
licensed
outside
IP.
of Batman and Superman. But yeah, I hear you.
But Blade is a beloved Marvel character.
He is.
That. I mean, who would say no to another Marvel superhero,
A
regardless
Blade
of who
game-
the developer is?
A Blade game will make more money than Dishonored 3.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people love Dishonored, but my
best friend, he loves Dishonored.
I mean, you look no further than Insomniac for proof of corporate higher ups making that exact decision, right? The fact that they're like, Insomniac, you're not going to make your own shit anymore. You're going to be the Marvel factory.
Yep.
Right. And I don't necessarily want that for Arcane, but it's a lot fucking better than closing them down.
It's better to being safe with that and having to be in the factory than not having anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was there in that meeting, and if I basically just said Dinga Bakaba,
Yeah.
you guys are like, Blade was such a big success. We're not greenlighting that in Dishonored 3 as much as your fans would want to, but we are at least giving you the option of, do you want to keep making Blade games, or do you want to switch it up?
We're gonna look at more Blade games or more superhero like licensed property games that have that like stealth. Like, hey, Arcane, do you want to do a Daredevil game? Do you want to do like shit like that? Like, I could see that for Arcane. I don't want to like gas anybody up and be like they're totally safe, because they're not.
But an Arcane Studios Daredevil game, though.
Yeah, we don't know.
Hey man, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Ultimately, we don't know how safe anybody is with these corporations. So
don't.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they're safe, because
Yeah.
the optimist in me says that they're safe, but the realist, it's making me realize that they are most likely in danger, and I hate that.
If you are a studio anywhere at any publisher or even independent, and right now in the state of the entire world, but also the games industry, and you are not putting out things that make money, then your future is at risk. Like, right now, the risk is a lot closer for these Xbox studios.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, like, I love these smaller art games. I love South of Midnight. It was my fucking game of the year.
Yeah, it was great.
But South of Midnight's a very great game. I
love that game. If these games are coming out and they're not able to make money, it's not good. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the idea of if Asha and team can go in and find ways to like speed those games up so we can get them out faster or something, and find a way to make these teams profitable, then that is the perfect scenario.
Yeah, and this,
I don't feel hopeful that that's going to happen for a lot of these teams.
yeah, and I'll throw this out there. I mean, shout out to John Wolf. I mean, he said this way back before we heard any of this type of news, and I agreed with him. I said that with the move that it feels like Amy Hood and Satya were pushing for, which was kind of, again, this homogenization of this, specific type of game to grab an audience. It would mean less diversity in what Microsoft was offering. Microsoft has been the most diverse they've ever been lately, right, in this generation.
Sure.
And,
well, to be fair, even if they shut down all of these studios, which they won't shut down all four. I'll put money on it. They're not going to shut down all four.
Yeah.
I would die simply. But even if they shut down all four, like, they would still have a lot of.
They would have a lot. That's true. But I say all that to say that the fear is that they want all of these kind of same formulaic kind of game, not design, but same kind of cadence of releases that cater to that audience. And if not that, live service, which Microsoft has a good amount of already out there.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that's the fear I had. So I agree with John. I said that the studios that likely are at risk because of that mindset are literally Double Fine and Compulsion. Sure enough, we see them both being mentioned here. Now, to your point, I do agree that danger is relative, because for them, at least for Double Fine, I agree. I don't think they'll be shut down so much as given a pass to go free, right, to go independent. Compulsion, I'm not so sure of. But
Compulsion is the one I'm most scared for.
Yeah. And it's sad because, like, much like you, I loved South of Midnight. It did not get the love it deserved, unfortunately. But at least critically it did, though, to be fair. Critically, it started winning awards left and right. But
not critically, because I think its review scores were relatively low. But yeah,
that's true. Well, let me rephrase that. Not as much critically, it wasn't bad, but in terms of acknowledgement and what's the word they use for when you get all these awards? In terms of accolades, it did well.
Yeah.
It won a ton of awards.
Yeah, it won a ton. Even a Game of the Year for somebody's award. I forgot.
I swear to God, if I see these same people who were shitting on that game when it comes out, being like,
"Oh no,
I'm so sad that they shut down Compulsion and we'll never get another South of Midnight game," I'm gonna kick off.
As someone who's actually beaten South of Midnight game, am I allowed to say that I would be extremely pissed off?
Yeah.
Compulsion shut down, as someone who actually
played
and beat South of Midnight.
Say what you got to say.
You're allowed to say that at any point.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Because
I'm gonna be straight up here. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Danny, but I'm gonna be straight up here. Like, I don't play Double Fine games, but I know a lot of people in the community do. I know that Holly loves Double Fine, and they are the studio that everyone, despite not playing their games, everyone respects.
True.
If Double Fine is shut down, if Compulsion is shut down, if Arcane is shut down, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to probably doubt playing Gears later this year, because honestly, those three studios are probably the studios that are going to make me question why am I even investing? Like, I just pre-ordered Gears of War E-Day literally last week. Why am I even giving you the time of day when you're shutting down not one but two studios that I have now grown to actually care about? South of Midnight was absolutely in my top 5 last year. Like, Expedition 33 was my game of the year.
I didn't play it.
Same. And I recently just platinumed Dishonored 1. Like, after so many years of missing that game, the craze for it on Twitter like a month and a half ago made me re-download the game, beat it, and I straight up I'm going through Dishonored 2 right now. I can't believe I forgot to mention that earlier in the show when you were asking me what I've been playing, but Arcane has made some good shit.
They've made some very good shit, but unfortunately, it's never really sold. Like,
that's the
and
problem.
I agree with you 100%. 100%. Like, South Midnight Game of the Year last year. Great studios. Love the shit that they've done. I guess I haven't. Compulsion, I think the only game of theirs I played was South Midnight, but I loved it. But to your point, you're saying, like, if they close down these studios, what reason do I have to have an Xbox? And the people who are making these decisions, like you and me, the people who want to play these like smaller games that aren't going to make their money back or whatever, or are not going to be hugely profitable. They'll probably make their money back, but you know what I mean? They don't care about us. Like we're such a small portion of the people buying video games. They're looking at like, okay, we need to get Halo back on track. People buy the fuck out of that. We need to get, Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like they're looking at these big tentpole IPs that they have, and they're like, that's the reason you're going to buy an Xbox. And they're right. If the next Fallout comes out and it's exclusive to Xbox, it will sell Xboxes. If Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and it's exclusive to Xbox, it will sell Xboxes.
100%.
I'm not saying I won't, Danny. I'm just saying it's going to make me question.
No, and I agree. And it would make me question it too, because I love those games. But it's just like South of Midnight 2 is a huge deal for you and me and the people in this chat and here. But South of Midnight 2 sitting on a shelf in Target is not moving the way Elder Scrolls is.
That's just the facts of it. And I'll throw this out there too. One, I hate to see this. It's always depressing when we hear about the closures or at least people being let go. I've said it before on this show before. We've all me, you, Danny have said it many times. You lose out on that special something, right? And it's been this big advent of AI in gaming and everything else. And, the thing that people always point to is the soul of it, right? Now, I don't know if a soul even exists, but we know what that means when we say that. The very essence of that person who put their blood, sweat, and tears and their creativity into making something wholly unique, that gets lost. And once you lose that, how do you bring that back when you have so many people who are moving out of gaming? And like we are in such dire straits when it comes to the economy in so many ways, because of the AI crisis that people are losing or in threat of right now losing their jobs to AI. You're going to have many more people who won't even be in gaming. We're going to lose out on a lot of gaming futures that we could have had, right? Some alternative universe is getting all the great stuff while we are stuck where we're at right now. And
right. And that's not.
And they got a better president too at the same time. But let me
right.
throw it out there.
Oh yeah.
No, but just to throw it out there.
Yeah, my friend has something about Blade 2. Whenever you guys want to jump in on it.
Yeah, I'll let him say. Or let you read it in one moment. I was going to say too. Beside that thought, beside the fear of that, and my worry of us losing out on so much talent in that way, and of course the human cost, the people that are unsure and have to continuously go through this every year of like, several more thousand being let go, and they have this constant fear of, are their jobs safe? My heart goes out to those folks and all those who are about to be affected. I just wanted to say that first. Secondly, I'll say, let me read this super chat and then I'll get back to it. Biff, shout out Biff. Biff Ronaldi drops a $2 donation. He says, I just got here to start over. What up, fellas? Next time.
It's 10 p.m.
You're right. It's too late for that. We actually got to get going in a second. But watch it on replay. Well, I encourage you, brother. But shout out to you. But just to say, even beyond that, beyond the people losing their job, which is the worst aspect of all of this, and people being unemployed or going through hardships or whatever may come after this, because there's a lot to balance when it comes to that, right, after the fact. I know they're going to get a severance, but again, we don't know what can happen after that. People might not be able to find employment. You don't know what can happen.
It's a really tough time to find a job.
It's tough out here, yeah. So you got something, you might want to stick with it. But that said, even beyond that, my thoughts are much in alignment with you guys in that I feel like certain studios are more safe than others. I think Double Fine and Ninja Theory are safer in terms of rebounding to independence. Ninja Theory in particular seems very equipped to be independent. Like you said, Assassin, I can see Double Fine getting picked up by somebody like, like a Focus Entertainment or Devolver. That would fit them pretty well, I think, Devolver especially. So I think that, Tim has enough credence to who he is as a developer that could happen. I think Ninja Theory has enough credence in their usage of mocap and their the studio designed to do mocap especially, and their usage of Unreal, that they are very uniquely positioned to do well in terms of being sold off or whatever. So in those cases, I have less fear for them not making it. They're also very small studios in terms of the people they hire, right? They don't have a lot. I think that Ninja Theory is under 85 or at 85, and I believe Tim Schafer and team with Double Fine are in the 40s, if not 30s, in developers. I'm not sure last I looked, but it's not high. So they don't have a ton of overhead when it comes to that. The games they make also didn't cost an arm and a leg, especially Double Fine.
No, yeah, they put out 2 games last year.
Right.
Or was it 2 games last year, or was it 1? They put
Uh,
out 2 games really
one
fast.
last year, one
this year.
They put out
Exactly,
Keeper in
yeah.
October and Kiln.
That's right. Keeper was last year, October. Yep. And I beat it. And I liked both. I liked Keeper. I didn't play Kiln yet, though, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
But those
And
games,
those
like you
games-
said, are not the games that's going to move systems. That's the problem,
No.
right?
But they cost $1.50 to make. You know what I mean?
True. You get a cheeseburger and them fries, and you got your game. There you go. But so, but you know, to that, my concern, and I'll throw this out there too, because the problem is that the diversity that they had here and what Phil was aiming for and grabbing them is that his vision was to bring a diversity to Game Pass to encompass all these things that players can come there and say, I get everything I want here, right? And their incentive wasn't to be like, I need to sell extremely well. Their incentive was to create nice, unique little worlds, have that creative freedom without worry that they don't need to produce the next big blockbuster. And then, unfortunately, corporations get involved, and like Microsoft, they're looking at their ROI. They're looking at their overhead. What are we getting back? And it's not enough. And so for them, they're going to be like, yo, we're going to have to cut the fat. And that's the problem. So I don't fault Asha here and team when it comes to this. This is not really her fault, right? It's not her fault at all, actually.
But I will be really mad at her if she closes a studio.
I will dislike it, yes, but I can't fault her for it, right? That's the only problem. Like I would point that out.
She didn't make the mess,
right?
But I'm still gonna be mad at her. It might not be fair, but I'm still gonna be mad at her.
I get it.
To be fair, Danny, I don't think we have ever heard of a corporation negotiating with studio heads to keep them alive. Like whether it's spinning off independent or anything of that nature. Because out of all the layoffs that Microsoft has had this generation, we just heard they are shutting down. That's it. But it seems like Asha's like trying her best to make sure that the studios that Phil bought, like it seems like she is trying to get them to survive.
Well, and
like
I think
I at least will give her that as if that impression is true.
I can say for a fact those conversations are happening because the people who are reporting on them, I trust. Jason Schreier, Henderson, like the people talking about it, Tom Warren, those people, like I trust those people to not just completely fucking lie. So I guarantee those conversations are happening. But to your point, I'm sure it's happened, but I can't think of a time when a studio was allowed to go back independent and wasn't leaving Xbox to do so. Bungie did it, and then they did it again with Activision, which I guess is technically Xbox now. And then Toys for Bob. Those are the only ones I can think. I'm sure it's happened before elsewhere, but those are the only ones I can think of.
I think Sony had one, didn't they? Like, didn't one of their studios spin off from them?
If so, I don't know. You might be right, but I don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Anyway, do you mind if I read what Arcane said, Umbra?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is about Blade. Marvel has money at stake with Blade since they are also partially funding it, to my knowledge. Canceling it likely means Microsoft has to make a payout to Marvel that I'm certain they'd rather avoid. That's actually another good point. Like, do they really want to pay out that potential cancellation fee to Disney? Because we know how much they charge for their license.
An arm and a leg. Yeah.
I don't think. Like, like if they're going to make a profit off Blade, it's like Blade is a Marvel IP. Marvel sells regardless of who the character is. Even the Thunderbolts, like no one actually knew who they were, and it still like made money for Disney.
It made money. Yeah, it wasn't like a huge success, but it made money. There is a chance that Blade could be to Arcane what 007 was to IOI. There's a chance of that, right? Yeah. And I don't
absolutely, yeah.
I don't know which of those IPs is bigger. I couldn't tell you. But
in terms of impact, I think they're.
I think I'm pretty.
I
Similar.
mean, if you look at the films, James Bond is more prevalent. But if you look at like comics,
James
then
Bond
Blade
definitely
has the upper hand.
James Bond definitely has a lot more history. I lean that way. But either way, like if I was having these conversations with these studios about how do we make you profitable, Arcane being able to point at we're making a huge licensed IP game feels like pretty much the best bet that they're going to do. So unless that studio is getting, I don't don't want to be mean to people who might lose their job, and I don't know this is true. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Unless it's like a situation where it's like this studio is just doing a really bad job, like financially, like they're missing all their goals and blah 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 and all this shit, which it doesn't seem like is the case as far as I'm aware. That would be the only case that I could see for like why that would make sense. But again, these billionaires in charge of these companies make a lot of fucking stupid choices, and it pisses me off. Like
one thing that Arcane did tell me a while back that I do also want to bring up regarding that, he mentioned to me that when he was looking up Blade and its development, he mentioned to me that the French government actually also has a hand in Blade's development. Like they specifically gave Arcane Lyon a specific amount of money. But the catch is that they have to release before or by November 2027. Otherwise, the money has to be paid back to the government. So if they're going to cancel Blade when it's that close to release, by also having to pay a cancellation fee to Marvel.
To be fair,
like that could, seems like a terrible financial decision.
I just want to throw it out there, though. There could be a chance, just looking at the Senua situation, where they could have them release it, but still do what they want to do toward the studio. There is that option as well.
Oh! I thought you meant like you keep them and just lay them off after Blade gets released next year or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be terrible.
No, I'm literally.
It wouldn't be.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like literally, they could possibly shutter them or whatever as it's about to release.
Yeah, but when you add all these layers of complicated like financial stipulations on Blade, all of them put together, that kind of make that. It seems like it would be worth more. It would be. Sorry, I can't articulate my thoughts. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I think it would cause Microsoft more financial damage in the long run, shutting down Arcane and canceling. When you add all that together, it just seems like it would be a terrible decision to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no studio you can shut down and not get blowback. That's the fact of the matter. Is people are sick of it, so it's gonna be bad. I don't know. It's just more of this trend of like billionaires buying up all the things that I love and then ruining them because they don't actually care about the thing. They just want to make money off of it. The fucking Ellisons bought Paramount, which is Survivor. Now they're trying to buy Warner Brothers, and they're gonna fuck up all of the things that I love. And I loved PlayStation, and I still kind of love PlayStation, just not their business. And they did this thing, and they're switching to live services, and they're like, what if we stop making the kind of games you like and just like sucked ass for like 3 years? And now Xbox is doing this shit too. And it's so easy for me to just like slip into this place of everything sucks and what's the point, and like all of my favorite things are dying, and I just don't want to do that. And I know that a lot of people in the space right now, and frankly just in the world right now, are feeling the exact same way. And it's just like so exhausting. I am so tired of being angry at this bullshit all the time.
I feel you, brother. I want to read two things because we do have to get out of here. But shout out to MJ, by the way. MJ, you missed the Nintendo slander. Let's see, look, Nintendo got you with Pokemon. You missed the earlier slander of Nintendo.
I wasn't slandering them. I was saying that they're making. I said I was complimenting them. I said they're making PlayStation, Xbox look fucking stupid by just doing nothing.
He is as a backhanded compliment, basically. Yeah,
I think true. I don't even think it's backhand. I think it's straight up a compliment. Like they're making everyone else look like a bunch of fucking assholes by just not making a mistake, by just continuing to do the same thing they've always done and just putting out the game that they've always put out on their hardware. Like that's all they need to do is just not fuck up.
I'll dare ask you to elaborate on what type of game that is, but I'm not going to even go that direction.
Just put out low-tech, subpar games on low-tech, subpar hardware, and that's all people want because that's all they expect.
Listen,
and as long as you don't fuck up,
you didn't even have to do that. I was going to let you let it go, and you still went and did it anyway.
That's Nintendo's niche, and they fucking rock at it. They are so good at what they do. That's not right.
But listen, I wanted to read a few things. MJ mentioned Undead Labs is next. I've heard that too, by the way, MJ. That there has been a lot of speculation that Undead Labs, the makers of State of Decay, could be in trouble in terms of these firings. And he says after State of Decay 3, mind you, just as an aside, MJ is well, he knows his stuff when it comes to this type of stuff, so he could have a point there. By the way, it was asked, I believe, in the chat, Assassin, where you had got that information from about the French government. If you go to Phoenix Bazaar, it's Phenix Bazaar, the site. It is true. The French government inadvertently revealed that Arcane Lyon's Marvel Blade is backed by a massive 94 million pounds or 109 million USD budget, a significant portion of which is supported by France's video game tax credit initiative called Credit d'Impôt de Vidéo, aimed at keeping AAA development
Yeah, so the French
local.
government has a hand in Blade's development.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Between a lot of these things, it does kind of feel like Arcane probably not as much at risk as some of the other guys.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. So to read this super chat by Spartan, you've been going on tonight, man. Thank you. This brother is a VIP for the night. He says he gives a $10 donation. He says, South of Midnight is a gem for me, especially after Hurricane Helene destroyed the southeast states 2 years ago. It was a trigger for me. Absolutely. I forgot about that. That's right. But, I mean, that's partly why I'm so grateful that I'm in the Midwest here in Chicago. I don't have to deal with that type of weather. But, yeah, it was devastating. You're right. And South of Midnight going out like that, if that is to be the case, that would suck. Because I was hoping for a sequel. I really was. It's a great story, great new game. It feels very much in line with Hi-Fi Rush to me. Like, damn, like we just had something special. If
you'd asked me about South of Midnight, to me that seems like a game that would have came out in the 360 and would have been a franchise by now. Like, that's just how much I actually like it and believed in it. It just didn't get as much love as it deserved.
If Compulsion gets shut down, I'll be pissed at Asha, even though, again, she didn't make the mess. But I'll be pissed at her, and I will also be pissed at everyone who didn't play that game. Because I think that's insane. I think that game was like $20. It should have been nominated for every Game of the Year category. It didn't necessarily need to win, but it should have been nominated. That game was really, really, truly special, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous that nobody gave it the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't make its money back if I'm just looking at a spreadsheet, if I'm a soulless corporate dickhead and I'm just looking at a spreadsheet, I understand.
It didn't help that the anti-woke crowd was also onto that game too, Danny.
Oh, God forbid.
That did not help either.
God forbid a game about trauma in the South feature a black woman. Fuck off. God damn.
Right.
Absolute bullshit. Yeah, and Maverick. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was another one. That's another game that I think could have been a franchise for Microsoft. Like, genuinely. That game was so much fun. I know, Umbra, you love Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush was excellent. A second one of those. So
loved that. That is a good thing. That at the very least, Microsoft sent them off with a package of keeping the game with crafting and as well. So we might get the anime and we might get a sequel, should I say? So there's a possibility with Hi-Fi Rush. It just won't be with Xbox. So there is that.
If they made
and frankly, if they let them go, then they don't fucking deserve them. That's where I stand on it.
There we go.
Fair enough.
But that aside, family, we got to get going. I have to get going for work. Otherwise, I'd stay here and talk with you all night. But thank you all for being here. You all were very lively tonight, too, man. Like, look at the chats. It was flying through tonight with a lot of comments and everything. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. We had more competition tonight too. So I was really
a lot of competition. Yeah, it was a lot of people live tonight. So thank you all for being here. First and foremost, I really appreciate that. We all appreciate that. Thank you again, Spartan, for all the donations and such, brother, and the memberships you gifted. Appreciate that. Shout out to everyone who gifted a donation or gave us a donation, should I say. And if you all have not done so, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done that either. Let's get out of here, fellas. Assassin, you're being a guest. Let's start with you, brother. Tell the good folks where they can find you and where you'll be. I'll also be adding Assassin's information later at for the information. I did not do so last week, and I have to take care of that, and I got to take care of this one.
You can find me at Assassin52 on Twitter. I usually have pretty good gaming hot takes. You know, some people in this chat, like BT Maverick, may not necessarily agree with that. Hate to shout him out, but he knows it's true. I've talked to him before. He knows it. I know it. We all know it. Now you all also know it. So, yeah, Assassin52 on Twitter. That's pretty much all I got going on. Yeah, I mainly just play games, talk about games, and that's mainly what I do. So
There you go.
There we go.
He says he drinks and he talks games. He's like the Tyrion Lannister of the community.
I don't drink. I'm not Jez Corden.
Well, give it a couple weeks. It might make you start.
Yeah, give yourself some time. Yeah.
Yeah, the news might actually start making me drink.
Yeah. But and of course, thanks again, Assassin, for coming through, brother. And of course, last but not least, Daniel J. McGee, the illustrious, luminous co-host, co-star.
I glow in the dark.
He glows in the
just
dark
because of my pasty white skin.
It is his gaslighting that allows him to glow in the dark, because he tried to gaslight us today.
Okay,
on that Zesty walk on ZestyGate, but I'm gonna let that go. I forgive him. I forgive.
I ain't about to let a Caleb Williams fan get away with fucking ZestyGate.
Listen, Caleb is a star. All right. But
time is a flat circle.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
You can follow my other podcast, Ready Set Replay, on Spotify and YouTube. It's I think a pretty great podcast. We're playing through a lot of retro games. We have a show like this where we go through the news, but I have my friend Skylar, who's very knowledgeable about the movie industry, so we also talk a lot more about film and television over there, which we try to do here, but we end up going fucking to 10 o'clock even just talking about video games. So, but we do that. We're playing through a bunch of retro games. We're watching through Star Trek. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. I guarantee you will find something that you like. Please go on by and give us a subscribe.
Indeed. His link is in the chat right there, family. If you guys have not subscribed to that channel, please do so. Help our brother out. They do a great podcast over there. They go back in time. What we're about to do here is go back, way back.
What's that song? What we do is go back.
Right.
When is that one? Fuck.
To the year 2000. As for myself, Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite, you'll find me either way on social media. Here, of course, on Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern, typically. We were a little behind tonight. No fault of my own. No, it was my fault. And Tuesdays, the Xbox Factor, hosted by Boom, myself is there, as well as Jamie Moran, a.k.a. what do you call himself? The Illuminate? No, the Loser. What is that? Okay, I forgot.
The Illuser?
The Illuser.
Oh, my God.
I was going to say Illusiary, but I forgot what does he go by under there? Elusive. The Elusive man. So, yes, come by for that as well. Thank you all again in the chat for coming through. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night and good week. Go play some games. I got a ton of games lined up. I'm about to jump in some Pragmata. I'm about to jump into some Lords of the Fallen. I'm about to jump into some Lies of P. I got a lot of plans. So I will see you guys later. You all have a good night. Hey, yeah, Biff, check out the replay. I think you'll enjoy it. We had a good discussion. But see you all later. You all have a good night.
You probably skipped the first 30 minutes. There was a lot of bullshit in there.
Yeah, no, I encourage you. I highly encourage you to watch the first 30 minutes, especially for because
if you just want to see Umbra get bodied by yours truly.
Listen, him talking over me and loudly does not mean he won that. The chat all agreed. I want you to watch the chat in real time. That ZestyGate was real.
Where are your friends that hate you? Where are they? They're usually in the chat. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, listen, I turned enemies to friends tonight because they were like, "Yep, Umbra's right." So
where's oh god, who was it? Doesn't matter.
I just point that out. But anywho, you all go on, enjoy your night. We'll talk with you later.